Welcome to the very first lesson in this course. In this lesson, we'll fire up ChatGPT and take a look at the various settings so that you can get up and running quickly. That is, if you haven't got an account already. I'll walk you through how you can personalize ChatGPT so that you can get the platform to behave in a manner that's suited to your purposes. We'll also take a peek at the ChatGPT interface so you're adequately familiar with it. Let's get started. Fire up your browser and head over to chatgpt.com. In a limited manner, you'll be able to begin entering prompts without a login in the field at the bottom of the screen. But responses may be slow and you may not be able to utilize the full versions of the latest models. If you don't already have an account, hit sign up. If you do, you'll simply log in. Let's sign up. You'll be brought to an account creation page and you'll need to enter your email address. You can use your Gmail account, your Microsoft account, or your Apple ID as well. I'll demonstrate with an email ID. Once you enter an email ID, hit continue and then you'll be asked to input a password. Do this and hit continue. You'll be sent an email asking you to verify your email ID. Go to your email inbox and click on the verify email address button. You'll then be asked to enter your full name and your date of birth. Do that and hit agree. You may be asked to verify that you are human, occasionally with multiple puzzles. Complete the process and hit submit. Once you've completed that, you'll be brought to a ChatGPT introduction screen. Click on continue, then you'll have access to the ChatGPT interface. On the left, you'll see ChatGPT and a sidebar where all your chats will appear. Depending on the plan you're on, you should see the Explore GPT's navigation text here as well. Before we get to this, let's explore settings. On the right-hand side top corner where your profile picture is located, click on the icon and then click on Settings. You'll be shown the Settings overlay with the General Settings tab open. You can leave your theme set to System or switch it to Dark if you prefer. You can leave the next toggle button off as well, since it's meant to get the model to show code while using Data Analyst. Language may be kept on Auto Detect. You can find all your archived chats right here and you can manage these later. You can also archive all your chats from right here as well. At the very bottom of General Settings, you can choose to delete all chats. Below General Settings, you'll see the Personalization tab. Click on it. This contains a toggle for memory, which lets ChatGPT become familiar with the manner in which you use ChatGPT. This lets the model respond better based on learning your preferences. Above memory, there's custom instructions. This is important. To set these up, click where it says On. The first thing you'll see is Custom Instructions. This gives you the ability to add custom instructions, which the model will consider for all responses. Keep in mind, these directions are incorporated into all future ChatGPT conversations if you select to enable for all new chats. Much of this information is to let ChatGPT get to know you better. You can put in information like where you're located, your profession, and what your hobbies or interests are. You can insert topics that you might be a subject matter expert on. Perhaps your goals and ambitions. If you're going to use ChatGPT for specific products, you can give details like the product name, your target audience, product features and benefits, any customer value propositions, and USPs or unique selling propositions. The trick is to be specific and preferably use roles like writer, artist, or digital analyst to get responses tuned to your needs. The second field below is related to instructions to ChatGPT on how to respond. This can include instructions on formality or how casual the tone of voice should be. You can instruct on how long most responses should be, but you need to be specific about this. You can even assign whether the responses should be in first, second, or third person. Then you can also instruct the model to provide or not provide opinions. To help you put these custom instructions together, I've created a template suitable for most scenarios. Let's take a look at it. This template is available in the resources section of this lesson. You can of course edit this template to further customize it to your needs. The template comprises two sections. The section on top covers the instruction, what would you like ChatGPT to know about you to provide better responses? And the section below covers how would you like ChatGPT to respond? The first section has one selectable cell for the most common digital marketing, brand-related, and business functions. For example, I've put in digital marketer here. When you fill in any of the cells on column B, the blue highlighted section gets updated with sections of the prompt required for the custom instruction. To demonstrate, I'll fill these cells in and jump ahead. If you fill in details like this related to various criteria but specific to your scenario, you should get a custom instruction similar to this one in blue. Let me read it out for you. I am a digital marketer. I live in Mumbai. My hobbies are reading and DIY. I am interested in digital technology. I am an expert on digital marketing. My goals are to create digital marketing courses. My product is the Practical Real-World Digital Marketing Course. The product features are video-based instruction, ready templates, how-to demonstrations. Its target audience is digital marketing professionals. Its benefits are quick uptake, easy access, ongoing upgrades. Its USPs are real-world, experience-backed, up-to-date. Its customer value propositions are accelerate your performance, get it right every time, first among leaders. Below this, the second customization instruction is all about how you'd like ChatGPT to respond. You'll need to select or type in details into the cells in column B based on the criteria in column A. So first, I'm going to copy the section related to letting ChatGPT know more about myself and the context in which I'm operating. Then back to ChatGPT custom instructions. Let's paste this here. Then back to the template and copy the second portion related to how ChatGPT should respond. Back to ChatGPT custom instructions and let's paste this here. Then it's just a matter of saving this. So on a side note, ChatGPT custom instructions help you to specify preferences and provide context. It enables personalized and relevant responses tailored to your individual needs. It essentially enhances your overall interaction experience with the platform. You can, however, utilize well-crafted, purpose-specific prompts to get ChatGPT to respond accurately to your other ongoing requirements. We'll see that in later lessons. Let's look at the speech settings next. This is a simple one. You can select a voice to read aloud chat responses. Go with one that's comfortable for you. I'm going to select Juniper. The next setting is data controls. Here you'll want to select on for ongoing model improvement. This helps OpenAI learn at scale. Of course, you'll want this on off if you're working on highly confidential or IP sensitive material. Shared links allows you to manage any chat links you may have shared with others. Below this, you can choose to export all your ChatGPT data, and a link that lasts 24 hours will be sent to your registered email ID. Clicking on the link in the email allows you to download all the data. And below this, you'll see the delete account button. It's likely you'll only require this once you're done using the instance of ChatGPT you've created assigned to a specific email ID. Then on the left, there's build a profile. This is where you can enter all your various personal profiles and verify your identity to publish pre-configured GPTs. You can verify by adding your billing details or by verifying ownership of a publicly listed domain by updating specific DNS settings. Here you can add and authorize your LinkedIn account, your GitHub account, and your X account. At the bottom, you can select the radio button to receive feedback emails. I'd highly recommend that you do this, especially if you're subscribing to a paid account on ChatGPT. Now, you can use ChatGPT for free, but if you choose to purchase a plan, it's really worth it, primarily because you get access to the latest versions of ChatGPT and you're not severely limited regarding the number of interactions you can have on the platform. Very importantly, you can create and use a custom GPT that you can configure for your own use or used by others. Also, there are a few more settings you can activate under custom instructions. We'll look at those and a custom GPT next. To take you through this, I'll log into my ChatGPT Plus account and use that for demonstration purposes here on. First back to settings and then to personalization. And in custom instructions, scrolling down to the bottom, there are 3 additional checkboxes. One that allows ChatGPT to scan the internet for relevant answers, which it can incorporate into its responses. I've gone ahead and enabled this because it allows for recency of information. The next one is to enable DALL-E, which allows the platform to generate images, so a yes for that as well. DALL-E is OpenAI's image generation model, and the third checkbox is to enable ChatGPT's code interpreter, which is useful to generate various types of code and in some scenarios to check for execution stability. This is especially useful if you work in code development. I've kept this checkmarked to yes, since at times it's useful to work with code. But you may not require this. Just keep in mind that ChatGPT will generate code even for situations like data analysis. unless you specifically ask the model not to generate code. Now back to the main interface. Now let's look at connected apps. You'll see access options for Google Drive and for OneDrive. If you hit the Google Drive Connect button, for instance, you'll be taken to a page where you can select the Google account you want to connect. Select your account and authorize on Google. You'll be redirected back to the ChatGPT interface after. The related Drive account will then show as connected. You can use the Drive account to upload PDFs, documents, spreadsheets, and other files, along with prompts related to the uploaded file. Finally, we come to security. Security is important, and I'd recommend that you enable multi-factor authentication. You'll be asked to enter your password. Do this and hit continue. Next, you'll need to verify that you're a human via a quiz. After completing a puzzle, you may be asked to scan a QR code using an authenticator app like Google Authenticator. Open up Google Authenticator. You can download and install it if you don't have it. Click on the add icon and then click on scan a QR code. You should then see a 6-digit code on the Authenticator app related to your account that is valid for 60 seconds and changes thereafter. Take that code, enter it, you'll receive a recovery code which you can utilize to recover your account if you don't have access to Authenticator. Copy the code, record it in a notepad or a document and keep it safe. After that, check the box and hit continue. You'll be brought back to ChatGPT. Your multi-factor authentication should show as enabled. This process using an Authenticator app will be required whenever you set up most of your digital assets. On the left-hand navigation pane, you'll see Explore GPTs. This section contains GPTs pre-configured to behave in specific manners. Let's take a look at it. Like I'd mentioned before, creating a custom configured GPT requires a paid account. I've customized one. You can find it by searching for Digital 102 Maven. Here it is. You can select this custom GPT for conversations related to digital marketing. If you choose to, you just need to click on Start Chat to activate it. Let's try a very simple prompt like what is digital marketing? ChatGPT goes on to provide a simple, structured, and information-rich response. Once you begin using a custom GPT, it usually appears on the left-hand navigation. The ChatGPT interface is quite simple. Once you've started your first conversation, you can continue with additional queries or instructions by typing them into the chat field. For example, what are the various types of digital marketing? ChatGPT now has some context from the previous interaction, so the next chat, if relevant, might be tied into it. Let's hit enter. The responses show a wide variety of the various types of digital marketing. The models provided a description, various techniques, and formats or tools to provide an overview of each type of digital marketing. This kind of chat is fairly open-ended and allows ChatGPT some leeway to configure its responses based on custom instructions and the context of the ongoing conversation. You can start a fresh conversation or chat by clicking on any of the custom GPTs or a more general chat by clicking on ChatGPT. Just remember, if you have personalization settings saved, it may impact the manner in which ChatGPT responds. So now let's start a fresh conversation. As an example, I'm entering, what are the key concerns for digital marketers? Since there are custom instructions in settings, the responses will be delivered concisely in a manner that's simple and consumable. One point to be aware of while using ChatGPT, or for that matter, any GPT, is that models have a tendency to hallucinate. At the bottom of the screen, you'll find a constant reminder indicating this. So if it's factual information or if any links are generated, always verify. And there we have it. ChatGPT is all set up. Now you go ahead and set up ChatGPT. Use the template from the lesson's resources to craft your personalized instructions, but remember that those instructions could apply to all your chats unless you specifically ask ChatGPT to behave in a specific manner. We'll see that in upcoming lessons. In the next lesson, we'll go through the various... Hello again! In this lesson, we'll dive into the features and capabilities of ChatGPT. I'll take you through how the model works so that the understanding makes it simpler and easier to use it, and most importantly, to make ChatGPT work for you. So let's jump right to it. We'll start off with the key features of the model. ChatGPT has evolved into a very feature-rich and capable model. One of its most important features is its ability to understand and generate human-like text. This makes it capable of engaging in human-like and contextually relevant conversations. It has applications in multiple domains, including customer support, content creation, tutoring, code assistance, and much more. ChatGPT can maintain context across multiple interactions, allowing for more natural and meaningful dialogues. It supports multiple languages, enabling communication and interactions with users around the world. You can customize responses based on tone, formality, and detail level, amongst others. This can make interactions specifically tailored to your needs, just like we saw in the previous lesson, where we entered custom instructions into the settings. ChatGPT can handle interactive tasks such as answering questions, providing step-by-step instructions, and even engaging in simulated dialogues. It can adapt to various inputs and provide appropriate responses, whether it's casual conversation, technical queries, or being creative. The model is trained on diverse data sets, providing access to a wide range of information and knowledge across a range of fields. It can create content such as articles, stories, emails, and social media posts, helping with creative and professional writing tasks. It can provide coding help, debugging code, and offering programming advice across multiple languages and frameworks. And something very useful, the model can perform data analysis tasks to summarize information and provide insights based on data it is provided with. Now, if you recollect the template for ChatGPT personalization, you might have realized that the second portion, related to how you'd like ChatGPT to respond, and the various personalization criteria, all tie back to the various features that ChatGPT is capable of. If you go over to the lists sheet, you'll see the range of instruction options for each criteria in row 1. You can use these while drafting prompts, and of course, you can use modified versions of these. There is, however, a separate template to help you craft your prompts in a structured manner. We'll get to that soon. But first, let me put in a few simple prompts to show you how the features we've covered translate into real-world application. Let's begin with NLP, and we'll focus on how ChatGPT understands human-like input. Let's use a prompt that's relevant and conversational in nature. Here's one to demonstrate. I am planning a digital marketing campaign for a new eco-friendly product line that targets young adults aged 18 to 25. Please help me draft a catchy social media post that highlights the key benefits of these products. Do ensure that the tone is friendly and engaging, and the message emphasizes the environmental benefits and trendy design. Keep in mind, I'm merely using this to demonstrate ChatGPT's ability to understand conversational input. This is not a well-structured or highly specific prompt. Let me enter the prompt and hit enter. Here we go. ChatGPT has generated a social media caption using fairly compelling statements, including a catchy opening line, relevant key phrases like eco-friendly collection, sustainable materials, and care about the earth. Considering the prompt that was provided, this is a highly contextual response. To keep your chat panel clean, click on the 3 dots beside a chat and delete those that aren't required. Now let's try something that's a little more domain specific. There may be times when you may not fully grasp the inside outs or technical understanding of other industries, but you may need to create marketing material for those. I'm working on digital marketing strategies for 3 different clients: a tech startup launching a new software product, a luxury fashion brand, a local organic food store. Please provide tailored social media campaign ideas for each of these clients. Let me enter the prompt and hit enter. As you can see from the response, ChatGPT has consumed and understood the context of the prompt, and the model has provided industry-wise actions covering scenarios that could be considered, including a campaign idea, the platforms on which campaign content could be placed, the kind of content that could be created, and relevant and highly viable engagement opportunities. This is to demonstrate how even a simple open-ended prompt can be understood by the model to provide a fairly accurate response given the prompt requirements. So now let's look at a demonstration for another feature. This one for language translation, which is something that can be useful for brands that operate across multiple regions. Here's a simple prompt. I'm planning a global digital marketing campaign for an eco-friendly product line and need social media posts in English, Spanish, and French. The message should highlight sustainability and stylish design of the products. Please provide a relevant post for each language. Let's take a look at ChatGPT's response. A rapid response and accurate, but I'd advise you use an online translation service like Google Translate to verify that your translations are in fact accurate. ChatGPT is also great at understanding more complex instructions that require it to utilize multiple capabilities. Let me demonstrate with a prompt that covers interactivity and adaptability. You will begin to notice that there is a degree of structure that I'm introducing into the prompts. I'll talk about how to engineer your prompts in the next lesson. I'm running an interactive social media campaign for a new fitness app launch. I want to engage users with a series of interactive questions and adapt the conversation based on their responses. Please help me create an interactive script for a chatbot to engage users on our social media page. Let's try it out. This interactive script demonstrates ChatGPT's ability to engage users with interactive questions, adapt to responses based on user inputs, and guide users through a personalized experience. You can experiment with a mix and match of ChatGPT's various capabilities to maximize response relevance. But however complex your prompts might be, remember to be precise and provide relevant context. Let's look at a few of ChatGPT's marketing-related capabilities. ChatGPT possesses a range of capabilities that are highly suitable for marketing-related activities. It's a versatile and powerful tool for digital marketers. Let's explore a few of these. Starting off, as you've already seen, the model can engage in natural, coherent, and contextually relevant conversations. And importantly, it can maintain the context across multiple turns in a dialogue. In fact, ChatGPT can even simulate such a scenario. Let me demonstrate with a prompt. I'm planning a digital marketing strategy for a new online fitness program targeting busy professionals. I'd like to simulate a conversation where the chatbot provides information about the program, answers questions about pricing and features, and provides a free trial. Please simulate this conversation. Let me enter the prompt and let's see the response. This simulated conversation demonstrates an interaction between a chatbot and a user. It provides detailed information about the fitness program, covering areas of the program, pricing options, free trial availability, and a method to request a sign-up. All of this simulated as a natural dialogue with the user. You can, of course, have a similar conversation with ChatGPT itself, as long as you instruct the model to interact in this manner. And you can even instruct ChatGPT to clarify and ask you questions, something we'll see in the next lesson. ChatGPT can generate human-like text for a variety of purposes, including creative writing, articles, and even reports. It can craft compelling narratives, dialogues, and scripts. Let's see how ChatGPT handles text generation. Here's a simple prompt. I'm a content manager at a digital marketing agency. I need to create a blog post that highlights the benefits of using AI-driven tools in digital marketing. The article should be engaging and informative, explaining how AI can enhance marketing strategies, improve customer engagement, and provide better analytics. Please generate a draft for this blog post in 1200 words in third person. First the prompt, and ChatGPT begins to generate text according to the instructions provided in the prompt. You'll notice that the prompt did not have a specific instruction about the flow or format in which to structure the generated text. However, since the model has been trained over time, it knows contextually how an article should be structured. The response contains an article title, a contextual introduction, and sectioned content, highlighting the benefits of AI-driven tools, just as instructed in the prompt. You'll notice that in the prompts used so far, I've been letting ChatGPT know what my intentions are first, and for what purpose. So far, I've kept the response requirements simple to showcase the specific capability. Let's try out information retrieval next. Now, ChatGPT can provide accurate and concise answers to factual questions, and it can summarize long texts or documents. The model can extract key points and provide insights. In fact, version 4 onwards is 40% more accurate and safer than the previous GPT 3.5 version. Let's take a look at this capability. I've drafted a prompt to instruct ChatGPT to retrieve information from its own resources. Here's the prompt. I'm preparing a report on the latest trends in digital marketing for a client presentation. I need concise answers to the following questions. What are the top 3 emerging trends in digital marketing? What is the current global size of digital advertising? Who are the leading companies in the digital marketing industry? Let me enter the prompt, and as instructed, ChatGPT has retrieved and provided fairly accurate and concise answers to factual questions within the digital marketing context. This kind of information retrieval is useful for preparing reports, presentations, and other material containing informational content. But do remember, most AI models can make stuff up. That's called AI hallucination. Always check any numerical or data-related facts separately. As a best practice, always find secondary sources for information that you may have retrieved using any generative AI model. And when you do find sources, always cite them whenever publishing or releasing content publicly. We've already seen an example of language translation, but let me quickly touch upon content creation, which we will cover extensively in upcoming lessons. ChatGPT can create content for blogs, social media posts, marketing material, and much more. It can generate email drafts, letters, and professional documents. We'll cover many of these in a lesson ahead. Now let's briefly cover code assistance. While most digital marketers may not need to delve into code itself, ChatGPT can help with coding tasks, including writing, debugging, and even explaining code. And it can provide examples and solutions in numerous programming languages. For digital marketers, one frequent requirement, for example, is email HTML code to stack content in responsive mobile view, for instance. To demonstrate code assistance, let's get ChatGPT to help out with some simple HTML and CSS code, which could be used in an email. Here's a simple prompt. I am an email automation executive, part of a digital marketing team at a large enterprise. I need to create a responsive email layout that displays 3 columns, each containing an image and some text, side by side on desktop view and stacks vertically on mobile device view. Please provide the necessary HTML and CSS code for this and explain how it works. Let's take a look at how ChatGPT responds to this. ChatGPT has provided a snippet of HTML code that meets the prompt's requirements, providing 3 columns with div tags, and it's also provided appropriate CSS code with specifications for each element. It's gone on to explain how the layout functions, the manner in which it's responsive, and at what screen width the columns begin to stack. Of course, all code generated would need to be checked in an editor specific to that coding language to make sure it functions as intended. This code, for example, could easily be checked in an online HTML editor. Code generation is a highly used capability by many software developers and is one of the more popular uses of ChatGPT as well as other models. Next, let's see how ChatGPT can lend a hand with education and learning. Where educational support is concerned, ChatGPT can assist with assignments, explain complex concepts, and provide tutoring in various subjects. It can also generate practice problems and study guides. For marketers, this is a compelling usage scenario. So let me demonstrate educational support with a prompt that's within the context of digital marketing. I'm the head of digital marketing at a medium-sized software as a service company. I'm preparing a training module for new digital marketing interns to understand the concept of search engine optimization, or SEO, so that they can take over SEO operations. Please explain the concept in a clear and detailed manner, providing some practice problems and a study guide to help the interns learn and apply SEO principles. Let's see what ChatGPT provides us with. Here too, in a very concise manner, ChatGPT has provided an introduction to SEO, why SEO is important, some of the key components of SEO, usage exercises, and a week-wise study guide broken down into material to read, along with a resource location, suitable and related AV content, and an assignment to go with that week's study. There's also a final project that utilizes a web page from the company's website for interns to conduct research upon, conduct page optimization, and undertake a technical SEO audit. Remember, the prompt specifically mentioned that the response needed to address the training requirements for digital marketing interns. So the learning structure seems to be easy to absorb and practical to roll out. ChatGPT, of course, can be asked to go deeper into each of these topics sequentially so as to create a more elaborate plan for each week. Next, let's go through ChatGPT's data analysis capabilities. ChatGPT is capable of analyzing data sets, generating summaries, and providing insights based on data. It can even assist with statistical analysis and, to a degree, visualization. Let's give this a go. Here I have an Excel sheet containing SEO related data compiled from a few different sources of various e-learning platforms. ChatGPT will be able to analyze this data, generate summaries and insights, and even identify market gaps from which to draw learning and make inferences. However, I'm first going to save this as a PDF file since ChatGPT is occasionally unable to read manually formatted data. Here's the PDF which I'll upload into Google Drive to demonstrate how to do that as well. Here's a simple prompt to go along with the upload to demonstrate ChatGPT's data analysis capabilities. I am a digital marketing analyst and I'm researching the e-learning industry. I have uploaded a PDF containing SEO related data collated from various sources relating to competing e-learning websites. Please study the data and provide a summary with observations of high and low performers for each parameter. Also provide possible reasons for the performance. Identify any areas where a competing e-learning site could gain an advantage. Recommend SEO initiatives which a competing e-learning site could undertake. First, let me add the document with the data, select the file, and there it's uploaded. Then the prompt and hit enter. ChatGPT has identified high performers across each of the parameters, making observations and providing inferences with each. It's gone on to do the same for e-learning sites that seem to have underperformed across some of the criteria based on the data evaluated. Then the model's gone on to provide reasons for high or low performance, identifying various areas that could lead to either high or low performance. Then it's listed out areas where an e-learning platform might be able to gain an advantage. And finally, it's provided some recommendations with initiatives that could improve SEO performance. You could go on to query ChatGPT about each individual parameter as well. Next, let's look at a scenario for customer support. ChatGPT can provide support for customer service, answering common queries and troubleshooting issues. It can handle customer interaction scenarios in a professional and empathetic manner. While I'm going to demonstrate using ChatGPT to create a chatbot script, do note that there are numerous ChatGPT integrated chatbots available for business and customer support use cases. Let's quickly look at a prompt to create a chatbot script for customer support. I am a customer support operations executive at a large e-learning multinational corporation. I need to create a chatbot script for our e-learning platform's customer support. The chatbot should be able to answer common queries about 1. Account issues, including login access problems, billing or payment discrepancies, and course enrollment errors. 2. Course access, including content not loading, locked or missing modules, and progress not saved. And 3. Certification or completion issues. Please provide a sample conversation for each interaction and include other scenarios most often faced by similar customer support executives. Maintain a professional and empathetic tone with simulated conversations in third person. Let's put in the prompt and see how ChatGPT responds. ChatGPT has provided interactions based on the scenarios in the prompt, covering each of the required scenarios, and it's also provided a few additional scenarios for cases often faced by customer support executives within the industry. Chatbots or customer support can even be used for recommendation systems. ChatGPT can offer personalized recommendations based on user preferences and behavior. It could suggest products, services, or content tailored to an individual's needs. These kind of recommendations could be generated during a live chat with a customer support agent, where the agent puts in the customer's preferences directly into the ChatGPT interface, or it could be handled via a chatbot integrated to ChatGPT via an API. To demonstrate ChatGPT's ability to develop recommendations on its own, I'm going to utilize a very open-ended prompt where ChatGPT puts forward questions to understand a customer better. I am a software developer with a specialization in chatbot web apps. I'm building a recommendation system for an online bookstore to suggest books to users based on their reading preferences and past behavior. Please simulate a conversation where a chatbot asks relevant questions to better understand the customer's preferences and then provides personalized book recommendations. Now we let ChatGPT do its thing. ChatGPT has decided to name the chatbot Book Buddy and has simulated a conversation with an online bookstore site visitor. There's a friendly welcome message. The bot asks about genre preferences, the type of books a user prefers, the degree of plot involvement, a reference to a previous book, and then it's gone on to provide 3 suggestions tuned to the prospective customer's tastes. The model can detect and interpret the sentiment and emotional tone of compiled text. This means that it can respond appropriately to different emotional cues. Let's see how this might work. To demonstrate, I'm going to use a prompt followed by a few Google reviews. Let's see the prompt first. I am an ORM executive at a digital marketing agency and handle customer feedback from Google reviews. Please detect and interpret the sentiment and respond appropriately and empathetically to the following reviews. Review 1 with 5 stars. I recently purchased a laptop from this store and couldn't be happier. The customer service was outstanding and the product quality exceeded my expectations. Highly recommend this place. Review 2 with 2 stars. I was really looking forward to my purchase, but unfortunately the item arrived late at the store and didn't quite match the description I was provided earlier. Quite disappointed with the service. Let's see how ChatGPT analyzes these. It's done so fairly quickly, but then there were just 2 reviews. You could put in numerous reviews and also further query ChatGPT on the average sentiment, the kind of service areas that get positive reviews or negative ones, and actions to take so as to improve sentiment. ChatGPT has identified the kind of sentiment and provided very human-like and empathetic responses. At enterprise scale, responses could be automated by integrating a custom-developed ChatGPT bot with Google reviews. There are, of course, many SaaS products catering to this kind of need. Next, let's explore brainstorming and ideation. The model can generate ideas and suggestions for creative projects, business strategies, and problem solving, readily playing a part in brainstorming sessions and innovation workshops. Let's look at a slightly elaborate prompt to demonstrate brainstorming and ideation. I am the head of product development at a mobile app software firm that specializes in sales process acceleration. My digital marketing team is planning a new B2B social media campaign to promote features such as field sales handling, inside sales optimization, and demand generation channels. The audience is C-suite executives and senior business leaders across business sizes and life stages. We need to brainstorm creative ideas for engaging content and interactive posts for awareness, and unique ways to drive interest signups for the app. Please assist with 5 suggestions for each of these, including content formats specific to each platform. Let's place the prompt and see how ChatGPT responds. Here we go. First up, content ideas for engagement. This includes LinkedIn video testimonials, Twitter polls, Instagram infographics, thought leadership articles on LinkedIn, and YouTube product demos. All of these seem to be very specific to the audience type. Then there are posts to drive awareness. ChatGPT has suggested LinkedIn Live Q&As, interactive case studies on LinkedIn, Twitter chats, Facebook and LinkedIn polls, and interactive LinkedIn stories. Then there are content suggestions to drive signups. ChatGPT has suggested LinkedIn webinars, early access campaigns, referral programs via email, LinkedIn showcase pages, and targeted LinkedIn ads. Remember, the model can be further queried along any line of ideation to generate additional contextual responses. In fact, conversations with each chat with the model is retained within its memory so that it can evolve and expand on the conversations. Next, let's look at ChatGPT's role-playing capabilities. ChatGPT can engage in simulations and role-playing scenarios for various purposes like training, education, or even entertainment. It can simulate real-world interactions for practice and for analysis. Let me demonstrate simulations and role-playing with a fairly simple prompt. I'm preparing for a job interview for a social media digital marketer's position for which I have 6 years of related experience. I'd like you to simulate an engaging role-playing scenario where you act as the interviewer asking me common interview questions related to social media marketing so that I can practice my responses. Provide me with only one question at a time. Please suggest correct responses only after my response. Let's see how ChatGPT handles this. For the purposes of this simulation, let me put in a quick response. One of the most successful social media campaigns I managed was for a new product launch at Digital 102. I created a multi-platform strategy that included teaser posts, influencer collaborations, and interactive content like polls and Q&A sessions. The campaign generated over 1 million impressions and increased follower count by 20%. My primary goals were to increase brand awareness, drive engagement, and boost product sales. I achieved these by first creating buzz with teaser posts and influencer collaborations, then using engaging content in the form of interactive content like polls and Q&A sessions. I ensured prompt responses to comments and messages, And I regularly track metrics to adjust my strategy in real time. Let's see what ChatGPT has to say to this. It's analyzed the response and it's made 3 suggestions to refine the answer. In a similar manner, it will go on until the model is asked to stop or you stop responding. This is also an excellent use case for sales training needs. Now let's look at ChatGPT's multimodal capabilities. The model can combine text with other formats such as images to provide more comprehensive responses. This means that it can enhance explanations with visual aids. Let's see how that might work. Let me demonstrate with a simple prompt to show how ChatGPT can generate relevant images along with text for a specific purpose. Here's the prompt. I am a digital strategy and planning lead at an advertising agency. I'm working on a digital marketing presentation to explain the benefits of using Instagram stories for better brand engagement. Create a section of the presentation that combines text with images to illustrate key points and benefits effectively. Please generate related images to go along with the text. Limit the response to 3 text and images for the presentation section. ChatGPT should go on to generate the related images first and then generate the related text. The model has elaborated on each benefit and has provided an explanation to the visual aid that the image represents. The first one, for example, a smartphone screen showing interactive Instagram story elements. And this is what the image looks like. Very suitable for a presentation. Wasn't that fun? These capabilities make ChatGPT a highly valuable and flexible tool for individuals, businesses, and organizations of various sizes, helping to simplify tasks, enhance productivity, and provide innovative solutions across domains. In the next lesson, we'll get into prompt engineering. We'll structure prompts for real-world usage. See you soon. Hello again. In this lesson, I'll cover prompt engineering. There are, of course, various ways to do this. Essentially, prompt engineering involves crafting precise and effective prompts to guide ChatGPT in generating accurate and relevant responses. You'll need to do this to optimize your interactions with ChatGPT to achieve your desired outcomes. Why do you need to do this? Because effective prompt engineering enhances ChatGPT's performance, ensuring clear, accurate, and contextually appropriate responses. Crafting your prompts will help you maximize ChatGPT's utility across various scenarios and will aid in improving your response accuracy and overall experience. You'll need to provide context-specific and precise instructions so you can shape the generated response to be relevant for your desired outcome. Remember, at any point, you can pause or replay sections of this lesson if you need to. Let's get started. First off, let's start with a simple prompt structure. Here, the instruction or question is the primary component that guides ChatGPT. If you haven't set up custom instructions, or if you need a purpose-specific response, you may want to include who you are and what you do before this. The context or background information deals with any additional details that help clarify the instruction or question, and desired format or style specifies how you want the response to be formatted or styled. Let's use an example about the need for exercise perhaps. For the first part, let's put in, write a brief summary of the benefits of regular exercise. Let me show you what happens if we insert just this into ChatGPT. ChatGPT provides a brief summary in the form of a paragraph. Now let's add context to it. Let's put in, the information should be relevant for working professionals in their early 30s. Let's place both these parts as a fresh prompt. ChatGPT provides a similar summary, but tweaked for the context of working professionals in their early 30s. But say you want to make it suitable for Twitter perhaps. You'll want to define the output, and specifically for Twitter, perhaps in 3 different parts. Split the response into 3 key points in the form of individual social media posts in the form of Twitter threads. Let's try a fresh conversation with ChatGPT with this entire simple but structured prompt. Now ChatGPT intelligently provides 3 threaded tweets. It split the response content into meaningful sections, each being able to hold its own. Posted as a Twitter thread, these would make a lot of sense together. Always keep in mind the bit about generative models being very creative and they're being able to hallucinate. If you're developing content that is factual in nature, and especially if it might impact people's lives, always re-verify ChatGPT's responses by finding relevant and authoritative sources to back up anything you might publish. Now, let's look at complex prompt structures. A complex prompt often involves multi-part instructions. Multi-part instructions need to be specific, often sequential steps, or multiple components that ChatGPT's response should address. To demonstrate this, let me use an example for developing the structure of a simple social strategy to market an ebook. First, what do we want and for what? I need to create a social media content strategy. This is for a new ebook on digital marketing that covers digital strategy, planning, assets, content, and promotions. First, let's put just this section into ChatGPT to see how it responds. The response covers a strategy outline, including content themes, platform selection, content calendar, engagement strategy, and promotion. This essentially explains what to do. Now let's add more to the prompt for increased definition about what to say and when to say it. Remember, you can pause or replay sections of this lesson if you need to. Here, I've added in a requirement asking ChatGPT to provide examples of posts and to meet the recommendations, a calendar of posts in the formats and types suggested by ChatGPT. If you recollect, ChatGPT memorizes conversations so as to be able to provide elaborations or revised responses in context to previous interactions. Taking that into account, let's put in these two portions of the prompt as a follow-up instruction. As you can see, the response is in the form of individual posts where ChatGPT has provided platform-wise types and formats, along with an example of what to say and the kind of visualization to go with it. It's done the same for week 2, for week 3, and week 4. To extend the multi-part instruction, let's add one more instruction asking ChatGPT to make the response a lot more consumable. Let's ask the model to provide the calendar in a table format. ChatGPT has converted the response into a simple table that's easily understandable. If you recollect the portion about setting up personalization from the ChatGPT settings lesson, you may recollect the various features covered in the second portion of ChatGPT personalization. You can plug in specific ChatGPT features or capabilities to craft sharper and highly precise prompts. To help you along, I've put together a prompt crafting template which you can utilize to structure your prompts. This template takes into consideration a wide range of prompt instructions that would be useful in crafting most ChatGPT prompts. I've sectioned it into 3 separate portions. The first, what you want ChatGPT to do. The second, context or background for ChatGPT to consider. And the third, how you want ChatGPT to respond. Filling in or selecting details for the cells in column B based on the criteria of cells in column A will structure the draft of a prompt contained within the blue cells in column E. As an example, I've filled in details into the cells in column B and the sheet has compiled the draft of a prompt in the cells colored in blue. You can utilize this template by editing, deleting, or adding to the cells in column B. If you leave any of the cells blank, just remember to remove any unused punctuation from the output draft in column E after you copy the prompt section. You do not need hundreds of pre-crafted prompts since most may not meet your response criteria or sharply match your context, which is why it's best to know how to craft your own prompts. Once you've put in the details you require into column B, and just remember you don't need to fill in everything, just the portions you need for your specific scenario, you'll need to copy the draft of each section into a notepad, edit it if you need to, remove any unused punctuation, and then go on to use that prompt in ChatGPT. I'm going to copy the first prompt section, then I paste it into a notepad, perform any edits if needed, then select it and paste it into ChatGPT. So in this prompt, I've asked ChatGPT to wait for additional instructions. You can of course provide all your instructions all at once. Let me put in the next 2 sections in that manner. Here's the second part of the prompt. Let me copy it from here, paste it into the notepad, copy the last portion, and paste it into the notepad as well. This particular prompt is meant to create blog sections for thought leadership on digital marketing. There are specific features for ChatGPT to consider. There's a broad audience definition and benefits for the audience. It includes customer value propositions as well. There's a reference PDF file of an article which I'll be uploading as well. The final portion of the prompt lets ChatGPT know how to behave. For demonstration purposes, I've gone ahead and utilized every feature and capability so that the model is very precise in the manner it behaves. Of course, you don't need to use every single one of these each time you craft a prompt. You do, however, need to provide context and maintain a degree of precision. So let me copy the prompt, paste it into ChatGPT, upload the referenced PDF article, and hit enter. Since my prompt included a definition of audiences in London, ChatGPT's response is region specific. As needed, ChatGPT has provided blog sections along with an overview, content focus, and an example for each. From here, if I wanted to generate a complete article, I would use a shorter but complex prompt to generate content for each section. You could also use multi-part instructions to accomplish this. After you've used it a few times, you'll intuitively recognize the criteria you need to use to get ChatGPT to behave in a certain manner or to provide an output with specifics that you require. Now, the other thing that you can do is ask ChatGPT to craft a prompt for you and to ask you to provide clarifications after each rendition until you have it crafted to meet your expectations. Let's try this out. I need to craft a prompt to create blog sections. Ask me all the relevant questions regarding context and background, and then ask me questions that will be relevant to the way you generate the response. Ask me questions one at a time. Here's the prompt. Let's see what we get. ChatGPT has asked me for the topic or theme of the blog. So I've entered, my topic is all about digital marketing. The audience is digital marketing professionals living in London. Then a few more details. I need to mention key benefits, quick uptake, easy access, ongoing upgrades. The USPs are real world, experience backed, up to date. The CVPs are accelerate your performance, get it right every time, first among leaders. Is there any other information you would require? Let's see what ChatGPT gives us now. The model goes on to ask for further information about the structure and format of the blog. So I've gone ahead and put in some more information. To begin with, I only need sections of the blog along with short descriptions for each section. Contain the response with the sections to 1200 words in text paragraphs. Keep the tone conversational and colloquial, suitable for audiences at an intermediate level. Incorporate the key benefits and USPs into the body of the response where the takeaway is knowledge of digital marketing puts you ahead. Let's go with this. Finally, ChatGPT asks how broad or specific it needs to be. Here's more information for the model. Keep the perspective broad, covering a range of digital marketing activities, covering similar activities in common sections. So ChatGPT has gone on to provide a structure for a prompt, including what is required and the objective, the output requirements, starting point sections and descriptions, and the model's also asked if there are any specific details that need to be added. And there you have it, the tools and the know-how to engineer your own prompts. Before we conclude this lesson, let me explain a few techniques you should keep in mind that will aid you in getting the most out of ChatGPT. Always use clear language and specific instructions. By avoiding ambiguity, you'll get ChatGPT to respond more precisely. Then you can ladder prompts. The laddering technique involves structuring prompts to progressively build on previous responses. You can use laddering to guide the model to develop increasingly detailed and nuanced outputs. This enhances depth and specificity in the generated response. You can even ladder within a prompt itself. For example, describe the benefits of digital marketing for small businesses, then explain how it helps in cost saving, and finally, how it enhances customer reach. One of the things that many digital marketers often express concern about is that ChatGPT responses can come across as a little robotic. Unless you've been very specific about the tonality, it most likely will be. But within a conversation, you can get ChatGPT to match your writing style. By uploading sample articles or essays, for instance, you can then ask ChatGPT to generate responses in the writing style you've uploaded. For example, a part of your prompt could be write a blog post introduction in my style about the latest SEO trends. Then there's the self-critique technique. This gets the model to evaluate and refine its responses. You can enhance accuracy and coherence by getting ChatGPT to identify and address errors or areas for improvement. I'd recommend you use this for any thought leadership or authority building content. A portion of your prompt, for example, could be generate a social media post and then critique it for improvements. Then you can use the critique me technique. This lets you request constructive feedback on your inputs. ChatGPT can provide insights, suggestions, and improvements to enhance the clarity, coherence, and effectiveness of your content. As an example, a portion of a prompt could be critique my email campaign draft and suggest improvements. Creating tables is a very handy technique as well. It lets you generate organized, structured tabular data for clear presentation and comparison of information. It's easier to understand and consume large amounts of correlated information if it's in a table. For example, a portion of a prompt could be create a table comparing different digital marketing channels. Then you can get ChatGPT to make comparisons. This technique lets you generate side-by-side comparisons, highlighting differences and similarities between items for clearer, more informed decision-making. For example, a portion of a prompt could be compare the benefits of organic search versus paid search. And finally, a very handy technique is summarizations. You can get ChatGPT to summarize lengthy text or content like business reports, white papers, case studies, or research documents into concise summaries. Be sure to prompt asking the model to capture key points and essential information. For example, a portion of a prompt could be summarize the key points from this digital marketing study, and then you go and upload a PDF, where you upload a PDF case study with the prompt. And there we have it. You now have the know-how and a template to help you craft simple, complex, and structured prompts. You also have a good idea about all the features and capabilities you can use as a digital marketer to get the most out of ChatGPT for your various requirements. Most times, you'll only need to use a handful of features or inputs within your prompts at the same time. Just be sure you let ChatGPT know what you want as an output, who the intended audience is, the format you want the response in, and be sure to provide ChatGPT with any contextual information or content that it can use to provide you with a refined response. In the next few lessons, I'll cover digital marketing content in many of its various forms, beginning with essential website pages. Catch you soon. Hello again and welcome back. Now that you have an idea about how to craft your own prompts, over the next few lessons, let's go through a few real-world scenarios, beginning with key website pages, which we'll cover in this lesson. As always, remember that you can pause or replay this video at any time. It's always prudent to check for any factual information you might generate, or better still, insert the facts that you want to mention within your prompt via an uploaded document before you generate your content. Where any website content is concerned, ensure that the quality of your content is high, and perhaps use third-party tools to check for any content duplication. Super! Now we can get started, beginning with a website about page. An about page on a website usually covers information about the brand and/or organization. But say you don't know what to include on such a page, you can get ChatGPT to provide you with some advice on it. Things like what information an about page should contain. But before that, what information will ChatGPT require within the prompt? Let's begin by asking ChatGPT, and for the model to ask for any clarifications in turn. Let's begin with a simple prompt. Remember the structure, what you want, the context, and then ChatGPT's behavior. So, I am a digital marketing professional and I'm developing digital marketing courses. I need to create an about page for a website. The website is an e-learning site focused on digital marketing courses. Act as a digital marketer and advise me with the type of content the page should ideally contain. Now let's get ChatGPT to respond to this simple prompt. As you can see, the model has detailed what the website about page should contain. It includes a mission statement, founder's story, a course overview, unique value propositions, the target audience and who it's meant for, and testimonials. But say I want to make this a little more brand-centric, and I need to find out what information ChatGPT will need to make it so. Let's ask the model. I need to make the content for the About page specific to brand with content crafted accordingly. What information will you require to accomplish this? The model's asking for details about the brand name and tagline, the brand mission and vision, a founder's background, course details, target audience, brand values, and unique selling propositions. Now ChatGPT is all about chats and accomplishing tasks in a conversational manner. So let's get ChatGPT to ask questions about these sequentially. Please pose the information you need in the form of questions, provided one at a time, which I can answer sequentially. The first thing the model's asked for is the name and the tagline. Let's answer that. The name is Digital 102, the website is digital102.com, and the tagline is Analyze, Strategize, Execute. Then it's asked, what is the core mission and long-term vision of Digital 102? What impact do you aim to create in the digital marketing space? Let's answer this as well. Its mission is to empower real-world digital marketing mastery, and its vision is to shape capable digital marketers by becoming a leading force in digital marketing education, recognized for transforming the way digital marketing gets taught and applied. Then a bit about the professional background of the trainer. That's about myself, so I'm going to paste and continue the conversation. Then it's asked about the courses that will be covered, so I'm going to paste this in as well. After that, details about the audience. Since there are two audiences, let me paste both in one at a time. Audience 1 covers millennials and audience 2 Gen Z. Let's provide ChatGPT with this. ChatGPT has then asked for the core values of the brand. Let me put this in. Here we go. Next up, USPs. Audience specific for this. ChatGPT has asked for some testimonials and it's provided an option to generate placeholders. So let me go with that. Then community features and support systems. A little bit about this, including social media and an upcoming interaction channel on Discord. Then it's asked for tone and visual style. Let me put in tonality first. Here we go. And then the visual style. That done, ChatGPT is ready to go. Now I just need to tell it to create the draft of the About page. So please create the draft of a full version of the About page. Here we go. ChatGPT has provided the draft content for the page, beginning with a headline that covers the mission and vision. There's a portion on the background of this initiative, a section covering the courses, then who the courses will benefit, why these courses, how a community of learners will be supported, placeholders for testimonials, and ending with an action statement. It's always best to put on your editing hat and modify drafts if needed, so they are tweaked to suit your purposes. Next, let's tackle a product landing page, and we'll utilize the prompt crafting template so you can see how it can be put to good use. For the purposes of this demonstration, let's assume the entire Digital 102 course series is taken in its entirety. I'll use that as the product, and I've prepared a document outlining it. So first, what's the task I need to create? So let me select that. What's the number of task actions? Open-ended, so let me select sum. Then, what is the format or output required? I need a landing page, so let me select that. Since I'm going to enter a complete prompt, I won't need ChatGPT to wait for any further input text, so I'll leave this blank and delete any extra instructions once I copy it into a notepad. So I copy the first portion and I paste it into a notepad. I don't require this portion, so I'm going to delete it. Then back to the template and on to the second portion. Here I need to put in additional contextual details. What is this going to be used for? Visitor conversion, so let me put in something appropriate. To convince and convert potential learners. Region, country or city, India and South Asia. The goal is sales, so drive sales. Then the product, practical real-world digital marketing. A few features, beginning with video-based instruction, then ready templates, and how-to demonstrations. For the audience, let me use one of the audiences, which I'd prepared earlier while demonstrating the About page. Gen Y, high growth, trailblazers. Few benefits followed by USPs and then CVPs. First benefit, quick uptake, and then easy access, then ongoing upgrades, next a few USPs, real world, experience backed, and up to date, then a few customer value propositions, accelerate your performance, get it right every time, and first among leaders. Next, will I be uploading anything? Yes, a PDF, let me select that. And why am I uploading the document? To identify topics, so let me select that. There we go. Now let me copy the prompt section, copy from the workbook, come back to the notepad, paste it in, remove any unwanted portions and unrequired punctuation, and then move on to the last section of the prompt. Now, how should ChatGPT behave? The kind of profession, a digital marketer. I'm going to skip the narrative person and come on to response length. Why can I do this? Because during the setup, if you recollect, I had put in personalization instructions. So now on to response length. Comprehensive, up to 1750 words. Next, the response format. I want this in text paragraphs. Let me put in tone next. Conversational for this. Then let me jump to jargon. Minimal for this. Detail level, I'll select moderate. Then let me jump to expertise level. I'll select intermediate for this. Related to which industry? Marketing and advertising. The degree of formality. Conversational formal. And the emotional tone, optimistic. That's what I require for this. Let me grab the prompt section from here, head over to Notepad, and paste in the prompt. Select any unrequired portions and remove those. Here's a second bit I had skipped, and here's the final part of the prompt after editing. So I select it all, copy, head back to ChatGPT, paste the prompt, upload the document with the product details, and hit enter. And there, ChatGPT has generated the draft of a fairly detailed landing page, including a suitable headline and a subhead, an introduction to the page, the various key benefits of the product, expanding on the points contained in the prompt, and elaborating with information contained in the document. It's done the same for all the features. The model's gone on to put together various RTBs that are in sync with the audience's needs and desires. Then on to the course overview, placeholder testimonials, and a very strong call to action. It's also provided FAQs and a footer with placeholder contact information. The point here is that if you provide ChatGPT with enough contextual information and accurate details about what you want to achieve, you will get responses that are highly accurate that you can utilize with minimal editing. Now, a landing page is meant to convert audiences. And one of the best ways to convert is to utilize audio-visual content. And since we've generated all this landing page content, let me ask ChatGPT to generate a suitable YouTube video script that can be embedded on the top of the landing page once produced. So here's a follow-up prompt. Using the initial welcome, why choose, and course features and benefits, please generate a 90-second script for a talking head video by the course creator that is enthusiastic and makes potential learners want to discover more. Let's place this in here and see what we get. Taking the page content into context, ChatGPT has provided a suitable script for a video that can be embedded onto the page. The script is structured with an enthusiastic opening, reasons to believe, key selling points on why to choose the course, RTBs in the form of benefits, and a call to action in the closing. Next, let's look at a prompt for an e-commerce page. As a digital marketer, you may occasionally need to create content for an e-commerce product page. E-commerce product pages usually contain elements like a product title, product images, price and availability, a product description which may include features, an add to cart CTA, and any product variations. The page could also contain customer reviews, related products, shipping information and return policies, and occasionally social share buttons. Now that we've seen how to utilize the prompt crafting template, and remember to always be concise and specific when crafting prompts, let's go on to create content for a product page. For this demonstration, let's go with some merchandise. When creating an e-commerce product page, remember to provide ChatGPT with as much detail as possible about the product, its audience, and the manner in which you'd want the model to respond. Let me demonstrate by diving right into the prompt itself. I am a product manager for a fun e-commerce merchandising brand. I need content for an e-commerce product page containing the following order of information. The page is going to be used for merchandise sales. Let me put this into ChatGPT and continue with the prompt. The product is a men's round neck t-shirt. Its features are 100% combed cotton to make it wrinkle-free and smooth, 180 GSM bio-washed material for a soft and silky fabric finish, along with superior color brightness. The product graphic is printed at the time of order using sustainable inks, water-based, toxin-free, and non-hazardous with a low carbon footprint. It's pre-shrunk fabric, side-seamed and made in India. Let me put this portion into ChatGPT as well. Continuing with the prompt, T-shirt graphic comprises the phrase AI and a surprised-looking AI bot. The image has been uploaded with this prompt for reference. The background of the graphic is a tongue-in-cheek take on the near-future possibility of AI taking over all aspects of life by gaining general intelligence. In such a scenario, people might agree with everything that AI says and reply with AI. Let me put this section in. Next, who it's for. My audience is 18 to 34-year-old Gen Z and Gen Y digital marketers with a college degree primarily from India and South Asia. They're interested in social media, emerging trends, self-improvement, celebrities, online shopping, and the cutting edge of technology. They're drawn by innovation, uniqueness, honesty, sustainability, and simplicity. Let's add this to the prompt in ChatGPT as well. Next, pricing and shipping. The price of the t-shirt inclusive of shipping and taxes is Indian rupees 890. It ships within 4 days of placing an order, and shipping usually takes 3 to 7 days according to shipping preferences selected by the customer. Let me add this to the prompt. Finally, how should ChatGPT behave? Act as a WooCommerce e-store owner. Generate and provide the page content in the following order: page title, page subtitle, price, product description, include a story about the background of the t-shirt graphic, product description with a maximum of 2 sentences, the category for this is merch, clothing, t-shirts. Product tags could include AI, overheard, corporate humor, then shipping details. Features and benefits follow, include any other details that may be necessary. Keep the tone enthusiastic with minimal jargon, detailed and concise, and the emotion optimistic. Let's place this final portion of the prompt into ChatGPT. I also need to upload the t-shirt graphic. Let me do that. Here we go. Let's see what we get. The page title goes AI men's round neck t-shirt. Men's round neck t-shirt is a generic search term, so that's good for SEO. The subtitle reads, "Embrace the future with a wink and a smile." ChatGPT has understood the fun element. It's provided a lovely product description, so the model has picked up on the audience cues and developed the description accordingly. Then it's put together a short description, a bold and playful take on AI's future influence printed on a soft, sustainable tee. It's provided the category breadcrumbs as instructed, then the product tags and shipping details. It's elaborated on the features, which is a great thing, and then it's provided additional details to wrap up the page. Of course, elements like the add to cart button and stock availability would appear automatically on the page according to how the e-commerce platform has been set up. And now it's your turn to put in some practice. Use the prompt crafting template to develop prompts for an about page, a service product page, and an e-commerce page. The prompts used in this lesson are available in the resources of this lesson for your reference. In the next lesson, we'll cover an SEO optimized blog, getting ChatGPT to help develop sections, and then expanding on each. Catch you soon. Welcome back. Creating blogs and articles is a frequent requirement for digital marketers. They're essential for building thought leadership, website authority, and for creating content which can be placed on high domain authority sites, linking back to one's own website. ChatGPT can aid in developing your blogs and articles, crafted to a structure and tonality that you define. Let's get started. There are a number of things you will need to consider when developing a blog or article. These include your topic, keywords, body content sections, a good conclusion, a summary of the blog or article, and possibly a strong call to action. On a side note, this is not an SEO lesson, but there may be a few SEO-centric activities you may need to consider. I will aim, however, to keep most of this lesson ChatGPT focused. Let's begin with identifying a topic related to a theme. For the purposes of this demonstration, I'll begin by asking ChatGPT for suggestions. A simple but structured prompt should be sufficient. Let's look for topics related to digital strategy. I am a digital marketing trainer. I need to create authoritative articles for my website covering digital strategy. My audience is 18 to 34-year-old Gen Z and Gen Y digital marketers with a college degree primarily from India and South Asia. They're interested in social media, emerging trends, self-improvement, celebrities, online shopping, and the cutting edge of technology. They're drawn by innovation, uniqueness, honesty, sustainability, and simplicity. Please suggest a list of 10 article topics which I can consider that the audience would be keenly interested in. Include a short explanation of why each topic would be interesting to the audience. Let's put this into ChatGPT and see what we get. As expected, ChatGPT has provided a list of 10 topics along with an explanation of why each topic will be interesting to the audience. Let's pick one of these and go ahead. I'm going to select crafting a digital strategy for sustainable growth. The next thing I'll need is keywords. Let me ask ChatGPT. So here's a follow-up prompt. Please recommend keywords suitable for crafting a digital strategy for sustainable growth. Consider the following for topic-related keywords: 5 high-authority keywords, 5 highly searched terms and questions, 5 long-tail keywords with high search engine result page rankings leading to low domain authority sites. Let's see what we get. So related to the topic, ChatGPT has provided high authority keywords, highly searched terms and questions, and phrases that result in rankings, even for low domain authority sites. Remember, you can use tools like SEMrush, Ubersuggest, Moz, or even Google's Keyword Planner to arrive at keywords. Since we're keeping this ChatGPT focused, I'll continue right here. Once you have your keywords, copy and keep them aside. The next step here is to create the outline for the article. This will require a prompt that instructs ChatGPT on how to use the keywords and the desired structure. Let's look at a prompt. So, continuing in this very chat so that the model has context, first, what do we need ChatGPT to do? Please draft the structure of an article related to crafting a digital strategy for sustainable growth. Structure the article to include an SEO optimized title, a subtitle, a blog excerpt within 45 words, a meta description within 160 characters, article body sections with headlines and short paragraphs up to 75 words each, and a summary of the article with a headline and section-wise bullet points. Let me put this section of the prompt into ChatGPT. There we go. Let's continue with the prompt. After this, a few keyword-related instructions. First, the high authority keywords. Ensure that some of the high authority keywords, digital strategy, strategic planning, sustainable growth, and business sustainability in order of priority are used in the article topic, initial headline, subhead, and the introduction. This is because readers will come across these portions first, and it's important to set the tone immediately. As a side note, search engine bots like Google's for instance, tend to crawl and scan up to 15 MBs of an HTML page. So let me put in this instruction into ChatGPT and move on to the next one. Add the portion of the prompt and let's see the next portion. Ensure that the following highly searched terms and questions are answered within 3 initial body topic sections and include the high authority keywords. What is digital strategy? How do we achieve sustainable business growth? Importance of sustainability in business. Steps to create a digital strategy. Examples of sustainable business practices. Let's add this in as well. Here we go. Now the instruction regarding long tail keywords. After that, ensure that body topic sections are drafted for the following long tail keywords and include some high authority keywords. Digital marketing strategy for sustainable growth in small businesses, sustainable business strategy examples for startups, how to align digital strategy with sustainability goals, crafting a digital strategy that supports long-term growth, steps to develop digital strategy focused on sustainability. Let's insert this with the rest of the prompt. Here we go, and let's hit enter. As needed, ChatGPT has generated a draft. This has an SEO optimized title, a subhead, an excerpt, a meta description. The article's been structured with an introduction, 3 initial sections containing the highly searched terms, and then additional sections utilizing the long tail keywords that have been drafted into topic sections. ChatGPT has provided a conclusion and a summary of the article broken down into bullet points. Most people like to get an idea about what they're going to read about before they actually begin. So it's a good idea to include a summary or a table of contents at the beginning of an article. The next step is to expand on each of the sections. Before doing that, however, let me place this structure that ChatGPT has generated into a document. What I've done here is pasted the generated content into a document and utilized the formatting tools to insert various levels of headings so that I can find content sections easily. Right now, the body content is about 530 words, and this being a full-length article, this could go up to the 2500 word range. On average, I'll look at about 300 words for each of the body sections, with the first 3 being slightly longer. Let's see how we can accomplish the first 2. And then I'll complete the rest. I'll continue with this very chat since ChatGPT would have memorized details about what I do and the audience. It will also have context memorized and go on to provide a highly relevant output. The first portion I want to expand upon is the introduction. So here's the follow-up prompt. Related to the drafted article, Crafting a Digital Strategy for Sustainable Growth, a Comprehensive Guide, I need to expand the section, The Need for a Sustainable Digital Strategy. Please utilize some of the previously identified high authority keywords and highly searched terms related to this section topic and include other related keywords. Expand the article section to 275 words. Let me put this into ChatGPT and get a response. Here's the prompt, hit enter. And ChatGPT has drafted out a very suitable introduction. So let me copy this from here and put it into the document I was preparing. And here we go. Let's do the same for the next section. Here's the prompt. It's very similar to the previous one. Related to the drafted article, Crafting a Digital Strategy for Sustainable Growth, a Comprehensive Guide, I need to expand on the section, What is Digital Strategy? Please utilize some of the previously identified high authority keywords and highly searched terms related to this section topic and include other related keywords. Expand the section to 250 words. Let's go ahead and place the next instruction and hit enter. The model has provided an expanded section covering various areas of digital strategy. So I repeat what I did earlier, copy from here and place it into the document. Just remember, this is generated content and a good article will always become better with direct editing and points of view. So if you're a subject matter specialist, do try and expand on topic sections on your own. Now let me quickly expand on the remaining sections. And here we go. Each section has been expanded, with some sections containing sub-points such as this one on steps to create a digital strategy for sustainable growth. It includes defining objectives, conducting a digital audit, identifying channels, and other related sub-points. This article could do with an image as well to go in the header. Let's see what the model comes up with. So let's get back to the browser and generate an image. Here's a prompt for it. Related to the drafted article, Crafting a Digital Strategy for Sustainable Growth, a Comprehensive Guide, and the expanded sections, I need a header image to go with the primary topic. Please generate an image of 2 digital marketers as defined in the previously entered audience, 1 male and 1 female in the foreground looking into the camera in an open layout corporate office. The visual style is glitch art style representation with bokeh background. The aspect ratio is 16:9. Let me enter the prompt and hit enter. Here's what ChatGPT has generated. I'll go with this for now, but just remember you can also utilize stock images and there are many free sources for those, and you can utilize other image generators which may be more specialized like Midjourney. So I'm going to download this image and insert it with the article. And here's the image to go along with the article. Finally, we also need an alt text to go with the image because it's best practice when uploading an image to a website for accessibility reasons. So back to ChatGPT and one more instruction. Here's what we could use as a prompt. Please also generate an alt text for this image in 90 characters related to the topic Crafting a Digital Strategy for Sustainable Growth, a comprehensive guide. Let me put this into ChatGPT and hit enter. And here we go. ChatGPT is provided an alt text within the parameters, and this describes the image very well for accessibility purposes. Let's put this into the document as well. And there we have it, a full-blown article with a heading, a subhead, image, an introduction, various article sections, a conclusion, and an article summary. I'll place this article along with the prompts utilized to generate it in the resources section of this lesson for your reference. And now it's your turn. Use well-structured prompts to generate first a topic related to a theme of your choosing, then generate relevant keywords for that topic. After that, generate an article outline, followed by expanding on various subsections. Then generate an image and an alt text, and finally format your article so it's ready to be utilized on a website. In the next lesson, we'll use ChatGPT to create some social media content, beginning with a YouTube script. Catch you soon. Hello again and welcome back. In this lesson, I'll take you through utilizing ChatGPT to quickly create social media content. We'll tackle some of the most frequently required content with a demonstration of each. The aim, of course, is to get responses that meet your requirement and responses that are usable right away with minimal editing, if at all. Since you've likely got a hang of how to go about crafting prompts by now, I won't read through each prompt. I will, however, briefly point out the construct of each prompt so that you know what's being covered. I'll demonstrate these in ChatGPT, showing how the responses generated can meet your requirements. As always, at any point, if you need to, you can pause the video or play back portions of it. The prompts used here will be available in the resources section of this lesson. Super! Now let's begin with a YouTube video script. Now, before you go about generating a script, you'll need to know what kind of videos your audience likes or requires. The most popular videos provide entertainment, like music, gaming content, or comedy skits. People also lap up educational content, like tutorials, product reviews, and even whiteboard videos. And then there are engagement videos, like AMAs or Ask Me Anything videos, and reaction videos which captivate audiences. After you've settled on your video format and theme for your YouTube video script, remember to include specifics in your prompt. You'll need to consider your topic, any SEO-centric keywords, because YouTube delivers terrific search results too, then how you want your script to be drafted, a video title, description, tags, your video category, and what you'll want as your video thumbnail. Right, now let's look at a complex laddered prompt to get ourselves a YouTube script. The first part of the prompt, who you are and what you want to achieve. Let me place this into ChatGPT and then continue. The second part covers the context. This includes the audience, any details about what they like, their interests, and any USPs or keywords that you'd like to have included in the response. Let me place this into ChatGPT and continue. After this, how should ChatGPT behave? This includes its specialization, response length, tone of voice, and degree of detailing amongst others. Let me place this in as well. Now, additional laddered instructions. This first one asks ChatGPT to provide a selection of suitable topics around the provided theme and then wait for a selection to be made. After this, there's a second instruction. This one is specific to the video script. It takes into account videography, footage suggestions, sectioning and portioning of the video, a build-up, an end scene, and a call to action. Let me add this to the prompt. And finally, a third portion. This part of the prompt asks ChatGPT to generate a video title, a description, relevant hashtags, video tags, an end screen, and to suggest an attractive video thumbnail. Let me enter this portion. Here we go. ChatGPT has gone ahead and provided a number of topic suggestions, many of which seem to be very compelling. As instructed, ChatGPT has asked to select a topic or to let the model know if any further suggestions are needed. Scrolling through, this third one seems suitable. Let me select it. I asked ChatGPT to continue with this topic, and it's provided the draft of the script. The model started off with what the topic is and the objectives that have been considered. It's gone on to section the script by providing scenes, timestamps to consider for the length of each scene, what the visuals could be, and what the narrator who is being shot is speaking. The script covers various subtopics across scenes and then ends with a tight conclusion and a call to action. ChatGPT has also made suggestions on accompanying footages to consider and has finally asked if any refinements are required to the script. For the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to proceed with this script as it is. Let's go ahead. Once it's been developed and gone through edit, the YouTube video will require a few things for it to be uploaded to the platform. As required in the third laddered instruction, ChatGPT has provided a video title, a related description, relevant hashtags and video tags, suggestions on what to place on the end screen, and a suggestion on what to have as the thumbnail. All very comprehensive yet to the point, but most importantly, usable material. Since we're on videos, let's look at Reels and Shorts, both similar formats. Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts are snackable content formats. Some of the most popular kind of Reels include tutorials and how-tos, behind the scenes, showcasing of before and after transformations, educational content, and humor. YouTube Shorts are quite similar. The more popular types include entertainment, food and drink, gameplay clips, sports, crafting and DIY, and a number of other themes like education, music, and pet videos. Keep in mind, YouTube Shorts should be SEO optimized. You'll need to consider a number of items before you go about developing Reels or Shorts. Things like your theme, topic, length, which could be up to 90 seconds long for a Reel and 60 seconds for a YouTube Short, but ideally 30 to 45 seconds for either. Some of the things that include to both Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts include a resolution of 1080 pixels by 1920 pixels, which is a 9:16 screen ratio. While developing, consider future editing, things like filters, speed controls, and even AR effects. Also think in advance about your music and sound. Of course, you will need to consider the style and theme or the look you will maintain, and captions and hashtags to go along when you are posting. Remember, for Reels and Shorts, consider a compelling hook in the first few seconds to grab attention. Also, write a concise and engaging caption, and use relevant hashtags to increase discoverability. Right, let's look at a prompt structure for an Instagram Reel, which can be repurposed into a YouTube Short. In the first portion of the prompt, who you are, what you want to achieve. Let me go ahead and place this into ChatGPT. The second portion of the prompt is all audience related. I'm keeping the audience consistent across all the content being developed. Let me go ahead and put this into ChatGPT. The next part of the prompt, how ChatGPT should respond. I'm keeping most of this consistent as well. So let me go ahead and add this to the rest of the prompt. Then there are a few laddered instructions. The first of which is to generate 10 suitable content topics. Nothing complicated here, so let me go ahead and add this. The second instruction is related to the manner in which the content is formatted. This includes aspects like the length, sectioning of the script scene by scene, the need for a compelling hook, a relevant call to action, and a response separate for a reel followed by a story edit and a YouTube Short, which needs to be SEO optimized. Let me go ahead and put this into ChatGPT. And finally, a third laddered portion of the prompt. This instruction is related to additional requirements, things like captions and hashtags, titles and tags, and suggestions for music. Let me put this into ChatGPT as well. Now then, let's get ChatGPT to do its thing. Just as it's been instructed, ChatGPT has provided 10 suitable and compelling topics to go with. Let me go ahead and select the last one and instruct ChatGPT to proceed with it. The model rapidly understood the instructions and has generated a response. First, the Instagram Reel script, which has been broken down scene by scene with timestamps for each. In each scene, the models outlined what the footage or shot should be, a script for what needs to be said, and including any captions or on-screen text. The models even provided what kind of transitions to use. The reel itself has 5 scenes and ends at 60 seconds long. As instructed, ChatGPT has provided a story edit which is 30 seconds long. With the same topic, it's provided a YouTube short which is 60 seconds long, and here too it's been split scene by scene, ensuring there's a build-up towards the end and ending with a strong CTA. For each of these, the reel, story, and the YouTube short, ChatGPT has provided requirements and suggestions for use during the asset upload, including things like captions, keywords, hashtags, title, and editing. For YouTube, the description has been SEO optimized. Having read through all of this, much of it might be in the manner in which a capable copywriter could have drafted these. Next, let's look at a static post. Static posts are useful for reinforcing brand, making announcements, quick engagement, then for sharing educational content and visual storytelling like infographics. In this instance, we'll be looking at a static post for Facebook. Static posts are good for brands, organizations, and individuals who need to provide one-look consumption content. These are good for posting onto brand pages, onto groups, and to event pages. And they're easily shareable too. Now, popular types of static posts include memes, infographics, quotes, product photos, behind-the-scene activities, brand-related UGC or user-generated content, announcements, questions, and eye-catching visual scenes. When developing a static post, you'll need to consider aspects like image ratio. For mobile viewing, for instance, the ideal ratio would be 1:1 or 1080 by 1080 pixels. Also consider your captions. Of course, use appropriate hashtags for discoverability and a call to action if it's needed. For this demonstration, I'll look at a B2B example, specifically for a page post that is intended to be shared to various groups. As always, the first portion of the prompt is who you are and what you want to achieve. In this scenario, it's a webinar announcement themed Meta, Facebook, and Instagram marketing and advertising. Let me put this part into ChatGPT and continue. The second portion here, as usual, is regarding the audience. In this case, the audience is marketing heads, entrepreneurs, and business heads across industries. And the value proposition for them is catapult performance. Let me place this in with the rest of the prompt. After this, how should ChatGPT respond? In this scenario, it's as a B2B communication specialist. The tone is business formal and ChatGPT is required to keep its response concise. Let me add this in as well. Now, ChatGPT will need to take a few steps. The first is to create 3 options for the static post, including captions, any image headlines and subheads, the CTA, and I'll need to select the most suitable one. I'll go ahead and put in this first instruction. The second instruction is to take the selected post with any modification suggestions and then to generate an updated caption and a suitable background image. The image itself will need to accommodate a headline and additional copies. A brand-related visual style has been indicated, so I'll go ahead and add this to the prompt as well. And finally, there's a third instruction. This one is to prepare a separate caption that will be utilized to share the original post to various related Facebook groups. Let's add this to the rest of the prompt and go ahead. Here we go. So ChatGPT has provided 3 options with a caption, headline, subhead, and CTA for each. The first one's headline goes Unlock Meta Mastery, which comes across as something important, and the subhead mentions limited seats, which pulls in a little fear of missing out. The second caption is posed as a question, where the image itself holds the answer. Here the subhead mentions secure your spot, which indicates there's some competition to achieve it, and this is highlighted by the CTA, which mentions exclusive access. The third option tackles a business-centric need, that's ROI. For this demonstration, I'll go ahead with option 2. However, in a real-world scenario, I'd likely go with all 3, posted on separate days leading up to the event. So the instruction to ChatGPT to proceed with option 2. ChatGPT has gone ahead and expanded the caption and provided suggestions on the image. The models also looked at how to place the headline, subhead, and the CTA button on the image. And finally, there's a suitable caption for sharing onto related Facebook groups. Based on the image recommendations, here's the prompt to generate the image itself. The image looks modern, displaying executives in an open layout corporate office and queues in high performance. And there's enough space for all the image copy on the top. Great! Next, let's look at an Instagram carousel. Carousel posts are interesting because they take on the role of storytelling. They let you take your audience through a journey. And the great part is you can use mixed media, static images and videos. So in this demonstration, let's look at a mixed media Instagram carousel. Let's get right to the prompt. First off, who you are and what you want to accomplish. In this scenario, the theme I've chosen is email marketing, and the topic here is drip marketing, retaining and building consumer top of mind. Let me put this into ChatGPT and continue with the prompt. Then the audience, you've seen this one before. It's high growth trailblazers. Let me add this to the prompt. Then we have ChatGPT's behavior. In this case, a chief digital officer with a specialization in email marketing. I'll go ahead and add this to the prompt as well. Finally, there are a few formatting instructions. The first related to the carousel and the storyline for drip marketing. Then an instruction specific to the videos in the carousel. And finally, an instruction asking ChatGPT to suggest the kind of images to go with the carousel content. So let me add this in as well. And now we let ChatGPT do its thing. Here we go. The model took no time at all. It's provided a fairly compelling caption, a 30-second scene-by-scene video script introducing drip marketing. Then individual images to go into the carousel, each looking at an RTB or a benefit. It's provided placeholder stats in a usage scenario, and this is something that you will need to keep an eye out for because any stats you publish should be backed up with verifiable data. At the very end, it's provided another 30-second video to wrap up the story, leading up to the CTA with a question, ready to lead with drip marketing, and then going on to answer it. The models wrapped up the response with a summary of the carousel, specifying the order in which to publish the content. Very handy indeed. Let's look at some simpler posts next. First, a LinkedIn static post, sharing the link to an article. LinkedIn is centric for brands and organizations to build credibility, and there are numerous post types available. These include text posts, image posts, video posts, document posts like PDFs or presentations, articles, and polls. In the previous lesson, we had seen how to create an article. One of the more popular types of LinkedIn posts is article sharing. When sharing, it's important to put together a compelling caption. Let's look at how to accomplish this. The first step is letting ChatGPT know who you are and what you want to accomplish. Let's insert this portion of the prompt into ChatGPT. After that, contextual information, including details about your audience and any key points you want to highlight. In this instance, it includes the PDF of the article for ChatGPT's reference. Let me include this portion of the prompt and continue. After this, you'll want to let ChatGPT know how to behave. I'll go ahead and add this portion into the prompt as well. And finally, an instruction on how the response needs to be formatted. Let's place this in as well. I'll also need to upload the content of the article. Here we go. And then I'll let ChatGPT respond. As instructed, ChatGPT has responded with 3 caption options. Each of these begins with a compelling hook. The first, ready to future-proof your digital strategy. The second, unlock the secret to long-term success. And the third, is your digital strategy built for the future? Each of the captions go on to provide a very concise and compelling reason to jump into the article. Just remember, while your response requirement may be short form, in this case a caption, always be sure to provide ChatGPT with all the contextual information you have available. Next, let's look at a text post, which could be useful for X, previously Twitter, or for Threads. Twitter, which is now X, and Threads have evolved into what I call point of view platforms. They're great for posting and responding to brand or organization updates, holding text-based public discourses, creating awareness, sharing fresh content, and for insight or opinion-centric branding. For this demonstration, I'll use a prompt aimed at getting users' opinions about the topic, how to engage and grow an audience with community marketing. After we see the response to this, I'll make minor modifications to the original prompt to get a threaded series of text posts to impart topic-related know-how while still aiming to draw user interaction to each individual threaded post. Let's do this! As before, I'm beginning with who I am and what I want to accomplish. Let me place this part of the prompt in. Here we go. The next portion of the prompt provides ChatGPT with context to the topic and the audience. So I insert this into ChatGPT as well. And then there's the portion of the prompt that lets ChatGPT know how to behave, along with an instruction to ask for any clarifications if the model needs to. Adding this to the prompt as well, and let's hit enter. And the models jumped into the objective of the tweet by putting across the topic posed as a question. Having a question in there immediately teases users into sharing a response. To actually get users to respond, however, ChatGPT's followed the question with a call to action: share your tips. Most of the keywords and phrases related to the topic have been utilized in a very fluid manner. But say you wanted to get conversation started on subtopics, which could help get more information across, thereby being educational and possibly more discoverable, we could go ahead with a series of posts as a threaded tweet that'll only require a minor modification of what's needed. Let's start afresh, and I'll insert the prompt directly into ChatGPT and highlight the change. I've used the same prompt as earlier with two minor modifications. The first, instead of being a single post, now becomes into a series of 8 threaded social media text posts. And the second is to get users' opinions about each post instead of the single one mentioned earlier. So let's go ahead and get the content. So ChatGPT has quickly responded with the posts as needed. It's begun the series of threaded posts by mentioning community marketing, which is the topic, and each post from here, including the first, has a subtopic related question to tickle a response, and each post uses contextually relevant hashtags for discoverability. Of course, you can get ChatGPT to separately generate images or suggestions on what images to use to go along with each of these posts. Next, let's quickly see how to generate a social media calendar. One of the more frequent and repetitive needs of most socially active brands or businesses is creating an executable social media calendar. A calendar is important so as to be able to plan ahead, allocate resources, and map out content in sync with business needs. Let's quickly look at how this may be made possible. To demonstrate, I'm going to utilize a single topic and prompt ChatGPT to generate a calendar of post topics around it. Of course, you can provide multiple topics as well. This will be a slightly complex prompt, so I'll read out portions of it. Let's do this. So the first part of the prompt, who I am and what I want to accomplish. I am a digital marketing professional with C-suite experience. I need to create a theme-specific content calendar spanning 1 month. I will use this calendar to create and schedule content on a Facebook page, Instagram page, LinkedIn page, YouTube channel, and Twitter page. Keep it relevant for people of India and South Asia. My goal is to generate user awareness and engagement. My topic is optimal use of social media channels. Its features are omni-channel communication, opti-channel communication, and multi-channel communication. Let me place this portion of the prompt into ChatGPT and let's continue. Now the audience and audience-specific cues. The core audience information I'm retaining from previous posts. My target audience is high-growth trailblazers ages 25 to 34, millennials or Gen Y, college graduates in the field of digital marketing and digital advertising. They're interested in mentorship, insights and tips, building relationships, the cutting edge, and watching television or streaming media. Most are risk-averse, value-driven, economizers, loyalists, and premium chasers. They value simplicity, community, inclusion, sustainability, and experience. They want career advancement, stability, and recognition. They have a fear of missing out. The key benefits to the audience are broader reach, enhanced engagement, Improved customer experience. Utilize the USPs, engagement, LCV, increased trust. Its customer value propositions are: get higher overall engagement, get multi-platform user behavior data, deploy consistently. Let me go ahead and add this to the prompt. Now, how should the model behave? Act as a social media manager. Please respond in third person, keeping the length of responses in depth, 1800 to 2500 words. Generate and format your responses as tables. Do provide positive opinion while keeping the tone of voice conversational with a language style that is persuasive. You can use contextual jargon, and detailing can be in the form of narrative details. Examples and/or analogies may be used, and if used, they should be simple examples. Expertise level should be suitable for practitioners and be industry agnostic. The response formality needs to be conversational formal with an emotional tone that is optimistic. Generate your responses as a table containing a calendar of posts across the mentioned social media channels, covering a range of topics under the key topic, and utilizing the features, benefits, and keywords as individual talking points for each post. Let's place this in as well. Now for a few calendar specific instructions. The calendar must consider the topic for the posting day with a sample post with any hashtags or platform specific discoverability features and suggested image, the optimal formats for the post, and the optimal time to post. Organize similar topics across platforms each week. Following are the channel requirements. Facebook, 3 posts per week. Instagram, 4 posts per week, 3 stories per week, which will also be placed on Facebook. LinkedIn, 4 posts per week, and 1 video shared from the brand's YouTube channel. The caption for this will be required. YouTube, 1 video with script, topic, and description per week. Twitter, 1 daily text and image post, 2 Twitter threads comprising 6 tweets each of a single topic, 1 YouTube video share. Caption for this will be required. Please generate the complete social media calendar for each day of the month for 1 month, distributing the number of posts per day across channels. Let me insert this along with the rest of the prompt and hit enter. ChatGPT has responded by first recapping the requirements and then providing the calendar broken down week-wise, comprising the day, the platforms on which to post, the topics for that particular platform for the day, sample posts, optimal format for the post, suggested image or video to go along with it, and the optimal time to schedule the post. It's distributed the posts according to the instructions across platforms for each day of the week, just as instructed. And as needed, it's performed the action week-wise. Very importantly, this is an implementable calendar. You can use the model to regenerate content as you see fit for each post, although the sample posts themselves seem to me to be spot on. Now, wasn't that exciting? ChatGPT has evolved to a stage where it is able to generate highly precise responses based on specific instructions while adding in topical and contextual information all on its own. Its capability to generate social media content can help your brand or enterprise develop content and deploy it at speed and at scale. Now it's time to get some practice in. Select a topic and generate a YouTube video script, a threaded tweet or carousel post, and a multi-channel social media calendar for 2 weeks. Use the prompt crafting template to help you along as you draft your prompts. In the next lesson, we'll look at a few useful examples of using ChatGPT to generate digital marketing ads. See you soon. Welcome back. In this lesson, we'll cover examples of using ChatGPT to generate content for the more frequently used digital ad types. These will include search engine marketing, display advertising, social media advertising, a digital video commercial, and email marketing communication. I'll keep the audience portion of the prompts the same as previously used to maintain a degree of consistency. Let's begin with an SEM ad. Search ads are terrific for generating traffic to website pages. These, of course, need to be targeted well and cater to your audience's needs. While developing SEM ads, you'll need to consider a few things. These will include your formatting, like your ad headlines and descriptions, the keywords you want to utilize based on your targeting, your unique selling proposition or USP, a strong but concise call to action, any ad extensions you want to include, and most importantly, conciseness. You'll also want to throw in a sense of urgency. For this demonstration, I'll assume we have a product page with the headline, Learn Google SEM Ads, Drive Traffic with Measurable Results. Let's look at a prompt for this. I'll only be reading out the essential portions within the prompts. The first portion, who you are and what you want to achieve. I am a marketing manager at an e-learning organization. I need to create some paid search ad copies. I will use this for Google SEM ads, keep it relevant for people of India and South Asia. My goal is to get click-through traffic to the product landing page. My product is an online course, Learn Google SEM Ads, Drive Traffic with Measurable Results. Its features are self-paced, video lessons, lifetime access. Let me place this portion of the prompt into ChatGPT and continue. The audience is high growth trailblazers, which is what I've used earlier as well. Let me add this to the prompt as well. Next, some audience specific information. The key benefits to the audience are rapid learning, anywhere mobile access, ready templates. Utilize the keywords search marketing course, SEM ads course, Google ads training. Customer value propositions are real-world usage, easily apply, quickly master. Let me place this in with the rest of the prompt. Now, how should the model behave? Act as a search engine marketing specialist. Please respond in third person, keeping the length of responses concise. Generate and format your responses as text. Keep the tone of voice professional with a language style that is persuasive. You can use minimal jargon, and detailing can be in the form of moderate details. Expertise level should be suitable for intermediate level and be industry agnostic. The response formality needs to be conversational formal with an emotional tone that is optimistic. I'll add this in as well and continue. The next portion, formatting for the response. Generate 2 Google SEM ads considering the following for each. 3 headlines of up to 30 characters each, separated by a pipe symbol. Utilize keywords and or USPs mentioned and or CTAs as needed. Descriptions highlight the benefits of the product and include a clear call to action to guide users on what to do next. Utilize keywords mentioned and any other appropriate keywords that will aid in conversion. Description details, 2 primary descriptions, each with a maximum of 90 characters. 5 secondary descriptions for automated testing, each with a maximum of 90 characters. And then there's a display URL which I'm adding in as a placeholder. Let me add this in and then add some more placeholder information. Finally, include placeholders for the following in each Google SEM ad. 4 site links of 25 characters each and 2 site link descriptions each of 35 characters. 1 call extension, 3 callouts of 25 characters, 1 structured snippet mentioning brand, and the values being get it right every time, be first among leaders, catapult performance. 1 review extension of 65 characters. Let me place this in. Here we go and hit enter. As might be expected, ChatGPT has provided precisely what's required. Concise headlines, descriptions, secondary descriptions which Google can utilize to test with its own machine learning, the URL placeholder, site links, site link descriptions, placeholder for a call extension, callouts which are all benefit based, a structured snippet covering the brand, and a review extension placeholder. It's done the same for the second ad. Just remember, always have your keywords researched beforehand, and if possible, also upload the contents of the landing page so that the model has even more contextual information with which to work with. This prompt and others used in this lesson will be available in the resources section of this lesson. Next, let's look at a display ad. Display ads are a type of online advertisement that combine text, images, and a URL that links to a website. Display ads are effective for generating brand or product awareness and reaching potential customers who may not be actively considering your product or service. In this demonstration, I'll utilize an example for a Google Display Network banner ad. I'll stick to the product example which I've already used. You'll want to consider a few things while developing display ads. Some of these include your headline, subheadline, the image or graphic to be used, contextual keywords, your CTA, branding elements like your logo, your colors, a CVP which could be in the headline, and your ad sizes. Now, let's look at a prompt to generate content for the ad. As always, who you are and what you want to achieve first. I am a marketing manager at an e-learning organization. I need to create some display ads. I will use this display advertising on Google Ads, keep it relevant for people of India and South Asia. My goal is to drive traffic to the product page. My product is Learn Google SEM Ads, drive traffic with measurable results. Its features are self-paced, video lessons, lifetime access. Let me place this into ChatGPT and continue. Next, the audience, which I'm keeping the same as before. I'll go ahead and add this in as well. Here we go. Let's proceed with audience-related information. The key benefits to the audience are rapid learning, anywhere mobile access, ready templates. Keywords are search marketing course, SEM ads course. The customer value propositions are real-world usage, easily apply, quickly master. Place this in with the prompt and let's get on to model behavior. Act as a digital display advertising specialist. Please respond in third person, keeping the length of responses concise. Generate and format your responses as text paragraphs. Keep the tone of voice professional with a language style that is persuasive. You can use minimal jargon and detailing can be in the form of moderate details. Expertise level should be suitable for the intermediate level and be industry agnostic. The response formality needs to be conversational formal with an emotional tone that is optimistic. I'll go ahead and add this to the prompt as well. After this, formatting instructions. Please generate content for 3 display ads and suggest images to be used for these. Consider the following for each. 1 concise headline. Make it clear and compelling. The headline should grab attention and convey the main message or audience benefit. 1 concise subheadline. This should provide additional context or detail that supports the headline. Image suggestions. A relevant image that captures attention and supports the message. The headline, subhead, CTA and branding will need to be placed on the image, so this will need to be taken into account. Let's add this to the prompt. And finally, a few additional instructions related to the ads. Explain how to edit the display ad using the images suggested, taking into account headline placement, subhead placement, CTA placement and format. Logo placement will need to be right-hand top corner. Details about the primary brand color, the highlight color and accent color. After this, the brand font and the various display ad sizes. Consider any size-specific content formatting and image editing requirements. Let me add this portion in as well and hit enter. And there we go. The models generated the response in a snap. There are 3 ads. The first one with a headline, Master SEM Ads in No Time. The second one with a headline, Boost Your Career with SEM Mastery. And the third one, Unlock SEM Success Anytime, Anywhere. Each of the ads has a headline, a subhead, image suggestions, guidance for editing the ad, and then there are size-specific adjustments to help with the placement of elements in the ad layout. Very nifty. All of this quick, concise, to the point, and importantly, usable with minimal editing. Next, let's look at a social media ad. In this case, specifically for Meta. Social media ads are paid advertisements that appear on social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, X, formerly Twitter, and LinkedIn amongst others. While developing social media ads, you'll need to consider the platform, the format of the ads, and any platform-specific features for the ad. In this demonstration, I'll walk you through using ChatGPT for creating content for a carousel meta ad. There are numerous meta ad formats, including image ads, video ads, carousel ads which can combine videos and images in a single ad. Then there are slideshow ads, collection ads which feature products, lead ads, and stories ads. When you go about developing a prompt for a social media ad, be sure to be specific about your response format requirements. Now, let's get to the prompt. I am a marketing manager at an e-learning organization. I need to create some social media ad campaigns. I will use this advertising on Meta. Keep it relevant for people of India and South Asia. My goal is clicks to the product page. My product is Learn Google SEM Ads, drive traffic with measurable results. Its features are self-paced, video lessons, lifetime access. I'm keeping the audience the same, so I'll go ahead and place this in with the prompt. The key benefits, keywords, and customer value propositions remain the same as before, so I'll go ahead and add this to the prompt as well. ChatGPT needs to act as a digital advertising manager. The responses in this case need to be kept precise. I'm going ahead and adding this to the prompt as well. The rest of the instructions I'll read out. Please generate a carousel meta ad comprising one video ad 1:1 ratio and 5 static image ads 1:1 ratio with the following considerations. One 15-second video script for a video card with separate card headline 40 characters and description 150 characters. 5 static image ads for image cards, a concise image headline for each ad, and separately for the card, headline 40 characters, primary text 125 characters, with 2 options for each primary text. Suggest the image or graphic to be used for each card and image editing instructions. The CTA button will be Get Offer. I'll place this with the prompt and continue. Then some more specifics. Explain how to edit the display ad using the images suggested and the video ad, taking into account headline placement, any subhead placement, logo placement will be right-hand top corner, and the primary brand colors have been mentioned. I'll add this to the prompt and continue. And finally, a few instructions to help while uploading the ad to Meta. Also suggest an ad group campaign name, ad set name, and an ad name for the campaign setup. Ad setup details include creative source, manual upload, format, carousel, the website link destination is mentioned. So let's add this to the prompt and hit enter. Given that the prompt was very specific, ChatGPT has responded with exactly what's required. The response has begun with the ad group campaign name, which in this case is the product campaign, the ad set name, which is specific to the audience, and then the ad name, which is specific to the ad format. The model is following some best practices, since additional ad sets targeting different audiences might be required later. There could also be additional ads with different formats under this specific ad set. As needed, ChatGPT has provided a 15-second video ad script, which looks like it will do the trick. Also as needed, there's a video headline, a video description, which will be required while uploading the ad, and the model has included instructions on how to treat the video. In a similar manner, for the static image ad cards, it's provided the image headline, the primary text, an option for the primary text, a suggestion for the image, and editing instructions. It's done the same for the other cards, each with an attention-grabbing headline. For the editing suggestions, the models recommended not to utilize a subhead, so that the headline captures attention and has increased visibility. You can use similar prompts to quickly generate drafts for your social media ads, as long as you're very specific about the response formatting. And the formatting itself will be platform specific. Next, let's look at a digital video ad, which could be run on YouTube. Digital video commercials capture attention quickly and hold it longer than most other formats. They tell stories, combining an emotional and intellectual quotient. They also tend to lead to higher conversions. When you go about developing a DVC, it's vital to keep in mind who your audience is, what your goal is, or expected outcome from the commercial, how you'll grab attention, the quality of the video, branding, and a clear CTA. So, keeping the audience and the product same as before, let's look at a DVC prompt which could be run on YouTube. I am a marketing manager at an e-learning organization. I need to create a digital video commercial to be run on YouTube and other platforms. I will use this video commercial on Google Ads and DV360. Keep it relevant for people of India and South Asia. My goal is to drive traffic to the product page. My product is Learn Google SEM Ads, drive traffic with measurable results. Its features are self-paced video lessons, lifetime access. The product has a limited period discount during the launch phase. Like I mentioned, the audience remains the same, and so do the key benefits, keywords, and CVPs. Next, ChatGPT's behavior. Act as a digital display advertising specialist. Please respond in third person, keeping the length of the responses concise. Generate and format your responses as text paragraphs. Keep the tone of voice professional with a language style that is persuasive. You can use minimal jargon and detailing can be in the form of moderate details. Expertise level should be suitable for intermediate level and be industry agnostic. The response formality needs to be conversational formal with an emotional tone that is optimistic. So now, instructions that are specific to the DVC. Please generate a 60-second digital video commercial script, scene by scene. There will only be one actor who will be videographed against a green screen. Backgrounds and any footages will need to be suggested. Also generate shorter edit scripts for 30 seconds, 20 seconds, and 12 seconds. Scripts should have an attention-grabbing start, clear messaging, branding including logo and brand colors early in the video to build brand recognition, a strong call to action, which should encourage viewers to visit the product landing page to enroll. Now some platform-specific instructions, the response elements of which can be used during the upload. For the advertising platform upload, also provide a title, use a descriptive and engaging title that includes relevant keywords, a description, write a concise description that provides context and includes keywords to improve discoverability, relevant tags to help YouTube understand the content of the video and improve its reach, thumbnail suggestions, an eye-catching thumbnail that accurately represents the content of the video. And finally, a portion asking ChatGPT for recommendations on how to edit the video. Explain how to edit the DVC using the elements suggested in the script, taking into account any text placement, CTA placement, logo placement will be right-hand top corner, primary colors as mentioned. Then there are some video specifications, and at the end, consider any size-specific content formatting and image editing requirements. Now let's go ahead with this prompt and let's see how ChatGPT handles this. As expected, ChatGPT has provided a scene-by-scene breakdown of a highly suitable 60-second DVC script, and each scene has a suggested visual, the narrative for the actor, and a text super to go along with it. The script seems to build in tempo, starting strong, throwing in USPs, and boosting FOMO or fear of missing out towards the end. As needed, the models also provided a 30-second edit script, a 20-second script, and a 12-second edit as well. For uploading to the platform, it's provided the necessary details including a title, a concise description, suitable tags, and a suggestion on how to treat the video thumbnail. Finally, the models also provided video editing suggestions. If your enterprise or brand needs to operate at speed and scale, ChatGPT can greatly assist in the process. However, it's always good to take these drafts and recommendations and humanize it if necessary. Before we close this lesson, let's quickly look at content for email marketing. You can create effective and engaging email marketing campaign content using ChatGPT, and with the proper instructions, the content will likely resonate with your audience and drive results. Running a successful email marketing campaign requires several best practices being kept in mind. The first, of course, is a clean and well-segmented database. If your recipients find your email irrelevant, that would result in your sending domain being marked as spammy. So you'll need compelling content, including an open-worthy subject line, some personalization if your platform makes it possible, and importantly, a clear message with a compelling CTA. Your design will need to be responsive for desktop and mobile screens, visually appealing, and containing elegant branding. You'll also need to meet various compliance standards. As before, I'm going to demonstrate with an example utilizing the same product and audience as before. Let's look at a prompt that lets us generate two options of a suitable marketing email, which could both be deployed in an A/B testing setup. First, who you are and what you want to achieve. I am a marketing manager at an e-learning organization. I need to create some email campaigns which I will deploy using MailChimp and SendMails. I will use this to send marketing emails to a prospect database. Keep it relevant for people of India and South Asia. My goal is to get email opens and CTA button clicks. My product is Learn Google SEM Ads, drive traffic with measurable results. Its features are self-paced video lessons, lifetime access. As I've done earlier, I'm keeping the audience the same, and also the key benefits, keywords, and CVPs. Now, ChatGPT's behavior. Act as an email marketing specialist. Please respond in third person, keeping the length of responses standard. Generate and format your responses as text paragraphs. Keep the tone of voice professional with a language style that is persuasive. You can use minimal jargon, and detailing can be in the form of moderate details. Expertise level should be suitable for intermediate level and be industry agnostic. The response formality needs to be conversational formal with an emotional tone that is optimistic. Next, a few formatting instructions. Format your response for 2 separate emails required for A/B testing with the following taken into consideration. Subject line, craft an attention-grabbing subject line that encourages recipients to open the email. Personalization, use merge tags to personalize emails with the recipient's name. Clear message, ensure the email content is clear, concise, and aligned with the campaign goals. Highlight the benefits and include a strong call to action. Responsive design. Suggest a layout format or style for a responsive email that looks good on both desktop and mobile devices. Finally, a few other requirements. Visuals. Suggest images and graphics to make the email visually appealing and matched with the email content. Branding. Maintain consistent branding throughout the email, including logo placement and colors. And finally, compliance. Include a clear unsubscribe link and a placeholder physical mailing address in the footer. As easy as that. Here we go. ChatGPT has provided an email campaign with 2 emails, each beginning with a click-worthy subject line, a personalized opening, which begins right off by creating curiosity. Then the main content is neat and concise. However, the mention of FOMO itself could be taken out. The call to action is an action statement, so that's good. And the footer has placeholders for the required compliances. The model has provided a recommendation for a suitable image, the manner in which the email layout needs to be treated, and a mention about the logo and color usage. It's done the same for the second email as well. The call to action in the second one indicates that there are limited enrollments available. Finally, the models included a few visual recommendations and compliance requirements. Once you get the hang of using prompts like these, you're likely to blaze through all your marketing content development requirements. As you may have noticed, and repeatedly, it's vital to let ChatGPT know the context and audience its responses will address. Especially when you're generating ads, it's best to put across the format and flow of the information that you're expecting, and also any specifications that ChatGPT's output needs to meet. As I'd mentioned before, the prompts used in this lesson are available for you to run through. They were all developed using the prompt crafting template and then adding on the format specifications. Now it's your turn. Modify the prompts I've used with your own product, audience, and branding details, and then generate search marketing copies, a carousel ad for Meta, and a product marketing email. Take your time with the prompts. Aim to get it right the first time. In the next lesson, we'll look at methods to analyze various forms of information, from text to table to statistical analysis. And we'll use simpler prompts, uploading the information ChatGPT will require to analyze. It will also be a short and swift lesson, focusing on how to do rather than what to do. See you soon. Welcome back. One of the more important and key requirements of most digital marketing activities is analyzing information and data. Analysis in digital marketing is crucial for optimizing strategies, understanding audience behavior, measuring campaign effectiveness, and making informed decisions to drive better engagement, conversions, and overall ROI. And ChatGPT can help you analyze your information and data. Text analysis in ChatGPT can include activities like sentiment analysis, which can be used to determine the sentiment, positive, negative, neutral, in reviews and posts. It can be used in keyword extraction, which identifies relevant keywords for SEO and PPC. Then topic modeling, which can uncover themes and topics in large texts. And of course, content summarization, which provides concise overviews of lengthy articles or reports. Let me demonstrate with an example of sentiment analysis. For this, we'll only need a simple prompt. I am an ORM manager at an online garments e-store startup. I need to analyze daily product reviews received on my website. The product is a fair trade produced organic cotton unisex t-shirt. My audience comprises millennials Gen Y living in India and South Asia. Please analyze the attached customer reviews to determine the sentiment, positive, negative, neutral for each review. Provide a summary of the overall sentiment distribution. Let's place this prompt in, then add the document with the reviews. There are 20 of these, and hit enter. Really quickly, ChatGPT has analyzed all the reviews and bucketed them as positive sentiment, of which there are 9, negative sentiment, there are 7 of these, and neutral sentiment, 4 of these. The models provided the overall sentiment distribution. 45% are positive, 35% negative, and 20% neutral. This kind of analysis can, of course, be scaled to high-volume enterprise levels. You could also ask the model for recommendations on how to improve sentiment. For example, what actions could be taken to improve the sentiment based on the reviews analyzed? So based on the reviews, ChatGPT recommends addressing quality issues, improving customer support, managing expectations, offering reassurances, and conducting follow-ups. Next, let's look at a keyword extraction exercise. To extract keywords, you'll need content from a web page or an article. Ideally, save your source information as a PDF so that it's easy to upload. Here I've got an article with a topic unveiling the top questions about artificial intelligence, what everyone wants to know. It contains 10 questions and additional information on topics that come up for discussions. To extract keywords from here, we'll need a complex prompt that instructs ChatGPT on the steps to follow. Let's look at it. Here's the prompt. I am an SEO manager at a multinational business consulting organization. I need to extract keywords from an article. I have uploaded the article as a PDF. It contains the content of a web page on the topic. Please extract relevant keywords from this document, focusing on the main content and excluding any content that appears to be advertisements, navigation menus, sidebars, footers, or non-essential elements. Do not provide any code. Let me place this portion into ChatGPT and continue. Follow these steps. Examine the text in the document and exclude any text related to advertisements, navigation menus, sidebars, and footers. 2. Remove any tags if seen, special characters, and unnecessary spaces from the text, and convert all text to lowercase to ensure uniformity. 3. Identify and extract significant keywords and phrases that represent the main content and context of the topic, which you will identify. 4. Provide a list of 15 extracted keywords and phrases sorted by relevance or frequency, and include the frequency count or relevance score for each keyword if applicable. Ensure that the extracted keywords are relevant and provide a good summary of the web page's content while avoiding common stop words such as the, and, is, etc. Let me place this portion of the prompt in as well, and then upload the saved document. Now we see ChatGPT at work. And there we go. ChatGPT quickly identifies the keywords and phrases in the document. This is very handy if you don't have access to a keyword research tool, or you've got some fresh content in hand and quickly need to find what the keywords are. The prompts used in this lesson are available in the resources section of this lesson. Let's look at an example of topic modeling next. Very often, it's important to uncover the thematic nature of a number of articles or reports. You can use ChatGPT to undertake topic modeling on uploaded text content after you've collated these into a document. A fairly simple prompt will suffice for this. I'm a senior SEO executive at a digital marketing agency. I need to perform topic modeling on a collection of 10 text articles to identify the main topics discussed in the article. I have uploaded a document containing these articles. Act as a content analyst You will need to read through the articles to get an understanding of the main themes and uncover any underlying themes. This will need to be done without my needing to execute any code. You will need to do this by identifying recurring words or phrases that seem important to the content and grouping these words or phrases into clusters that represent potential topics. Please provide a list of 3 key topics along with their top keywords and include a brief description or label for each topic based on the keywords. Let me place this prompt into ChatGPT and let's take a peek at the content. I have here a document with articles collated from various sources. Most of these cover AI, machine learning, neural networks, NLP, robotics and autonomous systems, and other similar topics. Let me go ahead and attach this with the prompt. And then I'll let ChatGPT analyze it. ChatGPT has analyzed the document containing the 10 articles and, as needed, has outlined 3 key themes covered across all 10. The first is AI and industry transformation. The second is personalized learning and AI in education. And the third is AI's role in autonomous systems. For each of these themes, ChatGPT has collated the relevant keywords and provided a description for the thematic topic. This kind of analysis is useful to generate topics for content or scenarios like keynote speaker talking points. Other than this, you could also get ChatGPT to summarize each of the articles for better understanding. A moderately simple prompt should suffice for article summarization. I have a document containing 10 separate articles, all related to similar topical themes. Please summarize the articles by reading through each of the 10 articles and identifying the main points and key takeaways from each article. Condense the information into a concise summary for each article and ensure that each summary captures the essence of the article, highlighting the most important aspects. Act as a content analyst and provide a brief summary, 2 to 3 sentences, for each of the 10 articles. Also provide an overall summary, 4 to 5 sentences, that captures the main theme and insights from the combined articles. Ensure that the overall summary provides a cohesive understanding of the common theme across all articles. Let's go with this and add the document containing the articles, and I'll let ChatGPT have a go at it. As expected, ChatGPT has summarized each of the articles, providing an insight into what each contains. At the very end, the model has provided an overall summary, which is about the transformative impact of AI across industries. Next, let's look at statistical analysis. Statistical analysis, or number crunching, is important for digital marketers for things like campaign performance, identifying trends, measuring customer behavior, and forming data-driven decisions for improved ROI and engagement. This could be in the form of descriptive statistics or trend analysis. With descriptive statistics, you could calculate mean, median, mode, standard deviation, and variance to summarize data. Trend analysis could be used to identify patterns and trends over a period of time in metrics like web traffic, sales, and social media engagement. Let's look at a sample dataset. This sample data is the kind you might collate from website metrics. Here, the headers include page views, unique visitors, sessions, engagement rate in percentages, average session duration, impressions, clicks, click-through rate, conversions, cost per acquisition in dollars, and revenue in dollars. I'll use this sample data to demonstrate descriptive analysis. You could use a fairly simple prompt to accomplish this. Let's look at it. I am a marketing manager at a growing SaaS company. I need to perform a descriptive statistics analysis of website metrics collated in a document, which I have uploaded. Calculate the mean, median, mode, standard deviation, and variance for the following metrics in the document: page views, unique visitors, sessions, engagement rate, average session duration, impressions, clicks, click-through rate, CTR, conversions, CPA, and revenue. Act as a digital marketing data analyst. After undertaking the descriptive statistics calculations, please provide a summary analysis of each calculation and suggestions for improvement for each header. Along with the prompt, I've uploaded the data. Now I'll let ChatGPT analyze it. ChatGPT has consumed and analyzed the data and provided calculations for each of the headers. For example, in page views, it's provided the mean, the median, mode, standard deviation, and variance. Then it's gone on to provide an analysis, in this case, steady but slightly fluctuating. Increasing content engagement through targeted campaigns can boost page views. Suggestion: run A/B tests on landing pages to optimize for better attention. It's done the same for unique visitors, where it has recognized that there is consistent traffic over time. It's analyzed the website sessions and has suggested providing users with personalized recommendations and reminders. In the same manner, it's analyzed and made suggestions for engagement rate, average session duration, impressions, clicks, click-through rate, conversions, CPA, and revenue. At the end, the model's gone on to provide some top-level recommendations as well. Now let's try something similar for statistical trend analysis using collated sample data for a single social media platform. Here's some sample data collated for Instagram. The dataset contains most of the key metrics you might see from Instagram analytics. Let's take a look at a simple prompt to perform statistical trend analysis using this data. I am a social media manager at a growing SaaS company. I need to perform a statistical trend analysis of Instagram metrics collated in a document which I have uploaded. Act as a digital marketing data analyst. Analyze the uploaded data to identify trends and patterns in social media engagement over time. Calculate the following metrics: average engagement rate, follower growth rate, and CTR trends. Provide insights about the performance. After performing the statistical trend analysis, please provide a summary of each analyzed metric and suggest improvements for these. I'll need to attach the data with this prompt, and then ChatGPT can analyze it according to the instructions provided. And it's completed this very quickly. The model has analyzed the data and provided observations and improvement suggestions for the 3 metrics it was asked to analyze in the prompt. This kind of analysis can be scaled with data covering multiple months and analysis requirements for numerous other metrics. Let's look at an example of comparative analysis next. Comparative analysis using ChatGPT could include A/B testing analysis, which can be used to compare marketing campaigns, landing pages, or email variants to find the most effective one. Or it can be used for benchmarking to evaluate performance by comparing metrics against industry standards or competitors. Let me demonstrate comparative analysis using an A/B testing scenario. For this demonstration, I've considered 2 emails, both of which promote a webinar, and the performance data for each has been included at the right-hand side bottom corner. The first email subject line is "Unlock the Secrets of Digital Marketing," and the second one is "Join our free digital marketing webinar." Here's the prompt. I am a marketing manager at a training institute. I need to undertake a detailed A/B testing analysis of 2 emails, for which the content and result metrics are collated in a document which I have uploaded. The uploaded document contains A/B testing performance information in 2 pages. The first page contains the content and performance data for email variant 1, and the second page contains the content and performance data for email variant 2. The performance data pertains to information such as sent date, number of emails sent, open rate, click-through rate, conversion rate, number of registrations, and revenue generated. Act as a digital marketing data analyst. Perform a detailed A/B testing analysis to compare the performance of the 2 email variants. Calculate the mean, median, and standard deviation for open rate, click-through rate, conversion rate, number of registrations, and revenue generated for each email variant. Provide detailed observations and inferences based on the calculated metrics and performance differences between email variant A and B. Suggest recommendations to improve the performance of the email campaigns based on the analysis. Here's the prompt and an upload of the information required. ChatGPT has provided the response really quickly. For each of the 2 emails, it's run the necessary calculations for the metrics indicated in the prompt, covering open rate, click-through rate, the conversion rate, number of registrations, and the revenue generated. The model's gone on to make observations, noticing that email 2 consistently outperforms email 1. And then it's made inferences from the observations. And finally, it's provided a list of recommendations for improvement. This kind of capability can be very handy, especially if you're running multiple campaigns at high frequency to multiple audiences. Of course, you can run comparative analysis for various other scenarios. Next, let's look at predictive analytics. You can use ChatGPT to conduct predictive analytics for things like forecasting, where you could use the model to predict future trends, using historical data like sales forecasts or traffic projections. And then there's customer segmentation, where you could identify distinct customer groups based on behavior, demographics, or purchasing patterns. Let me demonstrate forecasting. Forecasting is vital for making informed decisions and to plan future strategies. Let's look at an example. Here, I've got source-wise website traffic data. This covers a period of 6 months. In this scenario, to be able to plan ahead, I'd like to have a forecast of traffic for the next 3 months. Let's look at a prompt to achieve this. I'm a business head at a growing SaaS company. I'm currently planning business activities for the next 3 months. I need to forecast website traffic from various sources for the next 3 months based on website traffic data collated over the previous 6 months. The historical data is available in a document which I have uploaded with this prompt. Act as a digital marketing data analyst. Study and analyze the provided 6-month historical website data broken down by traffic sources, organic, paid, referral, social, and direct. Predict the next 3 months traffic from each source, calculate the expected percentage contribution of each source, and provide recommendations on actions to be taken to achieve the forecasted numbers. Here's the prompt, and here's the data uploaded. So ChatGPT has studied the data, summarized it, created a source-wise 3-month forecast, mentioning the expected contribution per source during that period, and then recommended actions for each specific source to achieve the forecasted numbers. It's always good to have a rolling forecast so that you can allocate resources and to be able to set targets. Next, let's look at behavioral analysis. Behavioral analysis involves examining and interpreting patterns in human behavior to predict future actions and make data-driven decisions. Within this, you could do things like user journey analysis to map and analyze customer journeys, to identify drop-off points and figure improvement opportunities. Then you could look at engagement metrics to evaluate user interactions with content, including things like time spent, click-through rates, and social shares. To demonstrate, let's look at some campaign funnel data. Here's some sample data covering an e-commerce website campaign over a 6-month period. This data covers conversion funnel stages, impressions and CTRs in the awareness stage, time on site and pages per session in the interest, add to cart and checkout initiation in the desire stage, and finally completed transactions in the action stage. As a marketer, you might want to understand user patterns or behavior in this data. I'm a marketing manager at a growing SaaS company. I need to conduct behavioral analysis of an e-commerce campaign covering 6 months. The campaign data has been pasted below this prompt. In this instance, I'm going to paste the data to demonstrate that you can actually do that. Moving ahead, act as a digital marketing data analyst. Study the 6-month campaign conversion funnel data. Break this down into user journey stages: awareness, interest, decision, action. Conduct a detailed user journey analysis to identify drop-off points and opportunities for improvement. Provide observations and insights about the data at each stage and offer recommendations on how to improve performance. Here's the prompt. I've copied the table and I'm going to paste it in here. Now I'll let ChatGPT analyze this. As expected, ChatGPT has consumed and analyzed the data. For each stage mentioned in the prompt, the model has made observations. From the observation, it's drawn an insight, and then it's made a recommendation. And these look like practical, doable ones. So it's covered the awareness stage, the interest stage, the decision stage, and the action stage. At the end, it's provided insights about drop-off points and opportunities for improvement. Tracking and analyzing conversion is a very important part of performance marketing, and ChatGPT can help speed up analysis, enabling you to take actions faster. ChatGPT, as with many other large language models, has come a long way in being able to understand intention, conduct analysis, appropriately format responses in an orderly manner, and very importantly, remember the previous chats within the conversation and contextually respond. Like I'd mentioned before, I've included all the prompts used in this lesson in the resources section. I've also included all the sample data used with the prompts. You can try these out as is or modify them for your use. In the next lesson, I'll cover a few pro tips which you can implement to boost your productivity. See you soon. Welcome back. Now that you're nearly at the end of this course, I'd like to leave you with 2 pro tips so that you can become a power user. I'll cover custom GPTs and using API keys. Each of these require paid subscriptions or top-ups with the respective OpenAI accounts. Let's begin with custom GPTs. Custom GPTs are AI models fine-tuned for specific use cases or tasks. These utilize the underlying technology of GPT. You can benefit from these by using tailored GPTs to address niche problems or scenarios. You and your team can use these, and if you make them publicly available, anyone can. Essentially, these are purpose-specific, scenario-specific, or usage-specific GPTs. Earlier in the course, I had shown you how to find and utilize publicly available custom GPTs, like Digital 102 Maven. Now let's take a look at how you can set up one of these. The first thing to do is click on Explore GPTs once you're on the GPTs page, and if you have a ChatGPT Pro account, you'll see the Create button on the top right. Click it. You'll be brought to a new GPT setup page. I'm going to demonstrate creating a custom GPT for a high-volume digital advertising task. ChatGPT has a walkthrough interface to help you create your new custom GPT. Let's use this. First, let ChatGPT know what you want. Keep it simple. I'm entering, I would like to create a custom GPT that generates SEM ads. After this, ChatGPT will want a name for your custom GPT. Let's proceed. Remember, if your GPT is going to be available publicly, utilize generic search terms so that people searching for something similar will be able to find it. Here, ChatGPT has suggested SEM Ad Pro. This sounds suitable. I'm going to go ahead with it. So go ahead with the name SEM Ad Pro. You should ideally have a logo or icon for your custom GPT. Here, ChatGPT has created a suitable image to go with the name. Later, if you choose to, you can always change this within the configuration settings. For now, I'm going ahead with this. Next, ChatGPT will want to know what exactly it needs to do. So here it's responded, perfect. Now let's refine SEM Pro a bit more. What should be emphasized or avoided when generating SEM ads? Here, I'm going to let ChatGPT know how to behave and what format the output should be in. It's very similar to what you might want to include in a prompt. Behavior first, act as a search engine marketing specialist. Please keep the length of responses concise. Keep the tone of voice professional with a language style that is persuasive. You can use minimal jargon and moderate details as may be required for each specific ad. The response formality needs to be conversational formal with an emotional tone that is optimistic. After this, the response format. Always generate 2 Google SEM ads with each response unless otherwise specified, and consider the following for each. 3 headlines of up to 30 characters each, separated by a pipe symbol. Utilize keywords and/or USPs and/or CTAs as needed. Descriptions. Highlight the benefits of the product and include a clear call to action to guide users on what to do next. Utilize keywords mentioned and any other appropriate keywords that will aid in conversion. Description details. 2 primary descriptions, each with a maximum of 90 characters. 5 secondary descriptions for automated testing, each with a maximum of 90 characters. Placeholder for a display URL. Then additional details also include the following in each Google SEM ad: 4 site links of 25 characters and 2 site link descriptions each of 35 characters, 1 call extension, 3 callouts of 25 characters, 1 structured snippet mentioning the brand, and 3 values of 25 characters each, 1 review extension of 65 characters. Always ask for information about each response format requirement if it has not already been made available in a prompt. If the user does not have it available, you will generate a placeholder. So let's place these instructions in and hit enter. It's as simple as that. Using this information, ChatGPT has updated its instructions for the custom GPT and it's ready to go. But before we begin, let's look at the configurations. Click on Configure. In this panel, you can edit the custom GPT image by clicking on it and uploading a fresh image. You can change the name of the GPT. You can edit the description as well as the instructions. As you can see, the instructions have been modified by ChatGPT, but taking into account every portion of the instruction earlier provided. There are some default conversation starters, and these can be edited as well. And most importantly, you can upload files, the contents of which ChatGPT will utilize when generating responses. And that's it. Now I'll go ahead and hit create. The platform offers visibility options. I'm selecting GPT Store to make it visible publicly. And then we hit save. Once the settings are saved, you'll be provided with a link to that specific GPT. This link can be shared in groups via chat or messaging, or can be placed as an HTML link on web pages or menus. Now let's see how it works. Hit View GPT and the custom GPT should show in your left-hand panel and you can begin using it immediately. Now say I take the first part of the prompt I'd used earlier in the lesson ChatGPT for digital advertising. Let's see what we get. Here's the section of the prompt. I am a marketing manager at an e-learning organization. I need to create some paid search ad copies. I will use this for Google SEM ads. Keep it relevant for people of India and South Asia. My goal is to get click-through traffic to the product landing page. My product is an online course, Learn Google SEM Ads, Drive Traffic with Measurable Results. Its features are self-paced, video lessons, lifetime access. As always, a good description of your target audience helps ChatGPT in generating a very precise and contextually relevant response. And then the key benefits, the keywords that need to be utilized, and this is something that's important. And finally, customer value propositions. Let me go ahead and enter this prompt and let's see what ChatGPT generates. As expected, the response has been formatted correctly. The models provided headlines, descriptions with description options, a display URL, site links with descriptions, call extensions, callouts, and structured snippets. And as needed, it's provided a second ad as well. Superb! Go ahead and try creating a custom GPT of your own for your specific purposes. You'll find that using these will enable you to utilize shorter prompts and most importantly, speed up your digital marketing activities. Now, the other thing that comes in very handy is knowing how to generate and utilize an API key. Let's take a quick look at that. OpenAI provides users with access to ChatGPT models via API. While it's meant for developers, as a professional, you can use it to integrate conversational AI capabilities into applications, websites, and other purpose-specific products, like productivity-enhancing browser extensions. You can utilize an OpenAI API key for digital marketing purposes, utilizing your very own account so you have control, while you get the benefit of a purpose-specific tool. There are numerous tools and applications available, some free, some paid, which you can utilize along with your API key to accelerate your brand or business activities. First, let me show you how to generate an API key and then an example of how it can be used. First, head over to the OpenAI platform. The link for this is available in the resources section of this lesson. You can log in using the same credentials as you used for ChatGPT. You'll be asked for your email address and then your password, and you may be asked to verify that you are human by solving a puzzle. Let me complete this and jump to the dashboard. You'll be brought to a dashboard view. The first thing to do here is to create a project. Select Create Project from the drop-down on the left-hand side top corner. You'll need to enter a project name. Keep it something relevant and recognizable. For this demonstration, I'm calling it Digital 102 Demo. Once you've done this, hit the Create button. The dashboard will change to the project you've just created. You can toggle between projects by selecting from the drop-down on the left-hand side top of the dashboard. Your next step is to create a secret key. And once you have it created, remember to keep it secret because you will be billed for its usage. On the right-hand side top, click on the button Create New Secret Key. Here too, you will need to name your key so that you can identify it later, and because you might have numerous keys for use with different applications. For this demonstration, I'm calling it Demo 1. Once you've done this, hit the button Create Secret Key. And there we go. The key has been generated. You can copy it from here and then utilize it when asked for within the settings of the application you're going to use it in. Again, remember, do not share these keys with anyone. If you've lost or misplaced your key, you can always come back to your dashboard and create a fresh key. Also remember to delete any unutilized keys. You can check the usage of each project by clicking on Usage. In the project menu, this will appear as a day-wise expenditure graph, and you'll have visibility on the usage by clicking on Activity. Most API actions for your project become visible here, but before you can begin utilizing your API key, you'll need to set up your billing and top up your account. The API is a pay-as-you-go model, so you're only billed for your actual usage as long as you have your account topped up. To set up billing, click on the gear icon on the right-hand side top corner of your browser, then click on Billing in the left-hand menu. Since mine is an active account, it shows a credit balance. Once you're on this page, you'll first need to click on Payment Methods and then add a payment method. Once you've completed this, go back to Overview and then click on Add to Credit Balance. You will need to enter an amount over $5 at a time and then select your payment method. Hit the Continue button to complete the payment processing. Once your credit balance has been updated, you can begin using your API key. To demonstrate, I'm going to use a browser extension tool. In this example, I'm using the Chrome browser. In your own scenario, you might have different browsers, desktop tools or applications, or other third-party integrations. What's important is utilizing the API key within settings to make it functional. First of all, let me find a tool. On the right-hand side top of the browser, there's the Extensions button. Clicking it will bring you to the Extensions page. You can search for suitable extensions from here. You'll be brought to a page which shows the extensions already installed, but on the left-hand menu, you'll see a link for the Chrome Web Store. Click on it. This is where you can search for extensions. I've run a search for OpenAI plus Social. There are numerous ChatGPT-powered extensions that show up. I'm going to go ahead and select one. This one seems suitable. It looks like an AI assistant for social media, which seems to help with post comment writing, summarizations, post writing, amongst a few other uses across a number of platforms. Most importantly, it uses OpenAI, Claude, or Gemini's APIs. Let me give this a go. So I hit Add to Chrome, then I'll need to make sure the extension is visible. So I'll click on the extensions icon again, and then click on Manage Extensions to come back to this dashboard. Now to take a peek at the extension details, first to make sure it's turned on, and then to make sure it's pinned to the toolbar. This is so that the extension icon appears on the toolbar for easy access. The next thing to do is set up the extension. This one looks like there's a setup guide for it. I'm going to skip that for now and continue with the setup. First, there's a username. I've changed it to demo. I've already pinned the extension to the toolbar, so I'll skip this. This particular one looks like a paid tool, but let me enter the API key to see if it still can be used. Let me go ahead and save it. The instruction after that is to refresh all tabs or restart Chrome. It's always better to restart Chrome, so I'll do that. Now I click on the extension, back on the settings page. The API key seems to have been saved. There are some options here to customize the manner in which the AI responds. I'm going to let these be for now and see if this tool works. Here I've logged into my LinkedIn account and run a search for posts on digital marketing. This looks like an interesting one dealing with content. A panel opens up with some pre-configured actions. Let me hit support and see what AI generates. A simple response generated nearly instantly. This tool's settings allows for longer content to be generated as well, and that's something I might explore later. However, the purpose of this demonstration was to showcase how the API works, and as we can see, it does. Like I had mentioned before, there are numerous applications and tools being developed where you can utilize your own API keys, and many of these tools are specifically for digital marketing activities. So this brings us to the end of the demonstration on API keys. I do hope you find it useful. And this brings us to the end of this lesson. Now you know how to generate your very own GPT API key. Like I mentioned earlier, there are a number of digital marketing related apps, tools, and browser plugins that require your very own GPT API key to function. Most of these help accelerate your digital marketing activities, and you can find these by simply running a search for them. This brings us to the end of the course. There's a conclusion video after this. Do take a look at it. And there you've made it. Congratulations on completing the Digital 102 Practical and Real World ChatGPT for Digital Marketers course. I hope you've already begun to apply all you've learned here to your marketing initiatives, and you're able to catapult your efficiency using ChatGPT. On a side note, your learnings from this course can be applied to most large language models like Claude, Llama, Meta AI, amongst many others. As you've gone through all the lessons in this course, measured by the completion meter, which is labeled your progress, on the top right of your logged in course page, the trophy icon on it will light up. Clicking on the trophy and then on Get Certificate will let you view your course completion certificate, which you can download and share on social media or print out. Remember to practice what you've learned and do so frequently. Revisit this course whenever you need to brush up on it. This will help keep your skill level current. Do remember to leave a rating and review. You can do this by clicking on Leave a Rating, which is next to your progress indicator. I wish you every success and look forward to having you back on upcoming courses. Have a wonderful day. Capabilities of ChatGPT. See you soon.